Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents another episode of Comic Book Talk with Friends. I am your host, Leo Rockwell, for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, like this thing right here always tells you to do. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you are always up to date with everything that's going on the channel. And excuse me, Bloomer. Yo, these motherfuckers is unleashed before we even get a chance to start the show. Like,
hey, you see how they got me in the chat already, bro? Say, what did Americans say? What did Bloomer say?
Yo,
y'all ain't no good.
Yo, listen.
I can't rob the bank with none of y'all, especially y'all two in the chat.
Listen. And then you know it's fucked up. Jason comes in all late because and then misses the whole thing, bro. Bro, you missed the jargon in the back. Vinny and Hoberticus were going line for line, bro. And you left me here, Jay. You left me here with no defense, bro. I was by myself while these line for line, bro.
Oh no.
You, bro.
And was Vinny doing that thing where he don't smile, but he be funny and shit?
He did that a few times, but
of course, he's a champion of that. You gotta pay attention to Vinny because Vinny is slick. Her burger is like off the chain, wide open, but Vinny is slick with it. Vinny be a serious face
all the time.
Be cracking
all the time, bro.
Oh, Calvin, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. We try to call you in the morning.
Slide it in there, no Carmichael.
That's it.
Yo, Calvin said, "My man stays off the wall." LOL, Blake Bloomer.
Try to call him in the morning tomorrow.
Yo, Jay, you left me defenseless by myself, bro, in the background. Bro.
I was trying to get home, dog. My bad.
Bro, damn.
Y'all gotta stop. All I gotta say is y'all gotta stop wearing the mugs.
Yeah, they was talking about because let me paint the picture for you. So Vinny was talking about like it's almost that summer season, the season change, and it's normally gets busy for him because he's out, you know, with the business. Like, so he's always out, doing his thing around it, and I was like, look, I was telling Bloomer, I said, this is the season where me and Toya get in the car, we just drive around the city trying to see if we can find Vinny at what location we gonna find him at. And then they start talking about the sundress season. Then we start talking about Ugg boots and tights. And then Vinny was like, well, they wear that in the summertime anyway. And then, bro.
Oh, no. Hot feet.
Bloomer.
Hot feet, bro. Summer, ladies, stop.
My afternoon. Good afternoon, my afternoon, my brother. He already up here with it.
He knows where the where the road is headed.
Come on, bro. You take off the Ugg boot, and your feet like they've been in the gym, and you still regular. That don't make no sense.
I call them pigs in the blanket.
So,
let that bitch breathe like Jay-Z.
Shit,
bro. Like, nah, though. That Uggs in the summer is a no-go.
But you know what? This is what I don't get. It's not even the Uggs in the summer, bro. Sometimes they will wear the furry slippers in the summertime, bro.
I hate that
nah.
Yeah.
Like the furries. Like the fur. Like,
Pedro, come on.
That's
now.
like
Come on, Pedro.
coming outside and
Come
your
on,
pajamas going to
let's get in
Walmart.
line, Pedro.
Mhm.
Let's chill
All right,
out.
we're not even on the comic
He
stuff
talking
just yet.
sweet and
But it's
salty.
like,
Let's chill out, bro.
bro, we grown. We in our 30s and 40s and maybe
Bro.
Yep,
late 20s.
exactly, Doc. The slippers with the fur.
Bruh, and going to Walmart
boots with the
pajamas
fur.
on,
Mhm.
boots with the fur.
Yep.
That's
them,
right
bro.
there.
Got them slides with the
Ain't
fur.
nobody taking nothing serious today.
Oh god,
Bro.
Oh god,
Bro.
sweaty feet and your body is normal.
Bro.
Makes no sense.
Boy.
You
Y'all
take off the
motherfuckers,
boots and
man.
your feet's red.
I'm saying, bro. Shit's barbecuing up in there. Shit, you might as well just take them shits off. The steam come out.
I don't get it, bro.
Went from Yeezys to Furbies.
And
somebody down the street. Oh, they cooking brisket.
Sheep fur. The sheep still be.
Somebody got brisket down there. No, it's somebody. It's their feet, mama. They just took them out the UGG boot. That's
it's like singed
it. Ain't
hair.
barbecue.
Your boot smell like a bonefish grill. Like nah. Nah, bro. Nah,
Oh man, that reminds me. I had a friend who had like scars on his feet when he was a little kid.
Scar feet.
And like and then one time he came over.
It's already funny. It don't even matter what.
He came over and he took his socks off. And my mama was like, who shit on my floor? And I was like, Mama, wait, that's his feet, Mama. That's his feet. His feet got a little something. He got a little scar on his feet. It ain't shit, Mama.
That's scab feet. Oh man, bro.
Yeah. It get tough like that, you know.
But
happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all.
Happy Monday, bro. The 4th is coming. May 4th will be here soon. We'll be all right. We're gonna make it to Saturday.
Yeah, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it.
Get some more Darth Maul stuff signed this weekend.
Oh man. Okay. Thanks everybody for being here tonight. It's going to be a show.
I apologize. It wasn't I came in late, so it wasn't on me.
Yeah, you came in late, but you was right on the money as soon as we started talking about this shit, bro. You just slid right in when you fit in.
Yo, he showed up.
He said hot feet.
Let me guess. Hot feet, right?
Swear to God.
Hot feet with them boots. I already knew what it was.
Oh, man. Nah.
He had 3 guesses, only needed 1.
Ladies, you are not allowed to wear UGG boots in the summertime. Not in the summertime. I don't give a damn. No UGG boots, no furry slippers in the summertime. Like plain and simple. Be too hot for that shit. Come on, man. Chill out. Anyway.
Wax them boots.
Wax them boots. Anyway.
Put them up in their winter boxes and put them on top of your closet until wintertime gets here.
Nah, I'm not. I'm definitely not. I'm not. That wasn't even where I was going.
Oh no,
that definitely wasn't where I was going, man. Like,
let's not do that.
Charlie be like,
yeah, bro. Like he think, hell no, nah, hell no. Look at Calvin. Come on, bro, Cal. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me, man. Anyway, before we actually jump in today,
did that
we got
Sherlock Holmes emoji.
Oh man, bro.
Come on. Anyway, we got some things going on. So a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. Definitely X-Men 97 episode 7. We're going to talk about. We're going to definitely discuss that because it was a banger of an episode.
As usual.
Rogue like we ain't never seen her before. What we have, but not on this level. She just gives 0 Fs. Definitely going to talk about that. We're going to actually, and here's the thing, is I was surprised again. Another individual that we did not talk about. I was really, really super surprised that this person never actually came up. You know, Lobdell, we never talked about him. You know what I mean? And to finally actually have a chance to talk about him, I'm excited about that. Also, we're going to talk about the Avengers Fall of X. They are actually in the fray right now. The book was actually decent, from what I've read, but definitely one worth picking up. We're going to talk about that more, but before we dive in, I do want to actually give a shout out to the places where we get these figures from, as I do each and every week. Motherfuckers is just crazy. I'm just trying to keep myself together. Anyway, we got my man Ray from Underground Figures. If you are looking for those figures, if you ain't got it, he'll definitely take care of you. Reasonably priced when it comes to shipping and handling. On top of that, no NRD. Go to his page because he got some steals and deals going on. So definitely you want to actually get on over there and have him take care of you. Again, full transparency, Ray is always on the money, professional. At the same time, he comes through for the community all the time. So definitely shout out to my man Ray over there at Underground Figures. That is my guy, always taking care of me. So definitely want to give him a shout out. Also want to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Hawkwood's Toys. And the fun part is always refreshing, always basically refreshing and seeing what he got, because he always got something new, always got stuff that's worthy to get. So I want to give him a shout out, definitely. My man Ray over there at Hawkwood's Toys. Not only do you get the figure you're looking for, but you get a comic book to boot as well as a sticker, because he definitely does care about the community. He is always on point. So shout out to him. Also, wanted to give a super duper shout out to my man Watch Your Sixth over there, Comic Relief and Comic Collectibles, proud sponsor of the Spring Fever Flex. Again, all scales, any scale you're looking for, he'll take care of you. Comic books as well. Hit him up. He always got something for you. That is my guy. And last but not least, want to give a shout out to my man Brian Wong over there at Modu Space Modu Case. If you're looking for the ultimate displays, he'll definitely take care of you. So shout out to him. Definitely give him a follow. Definitely get on over there and get you some pieces if you're looking for it. So definitely want to give those individuals a shout out. Now, before we get into like the fray, it's something I want to say, man, because
I gotta say something too, man.
Yeah, it's something I want to say, man, because this is the crazy part. For years, right? For years, I'm talking about for years, X-Men have played the back for a while in people's conversation based on the Fox universe, based on the Fox iteration. People were clowning the IP. I've seen so many different platforms and content creators out there that we're part of that space. But now it's like for some reason 97 has now made X-Men the new trend, and everybody's on the bandwagon, and they're talking about now new movies, new content. Everybody's talking about they're looking for writers, whatever that might basically be. And it's like, yo, now really? Like now really? You know what I mean? I feel like this the X-Men like the Knicks. Now it's just a new thing to talk about right now, bro. It's a new conversation to have since there's a run right
everybody
now.
Want to be Stephen A.
Yeah, bro. Like everybody want to. I'm just like, yo, like we've been in it. We've been here. Y'all just took so long to get here to this point. You know what I mean? X-Men fans have been around. Now the thing is, don't be so hasty to shoot out and spread out these films, because the thing is, nah, don't do that. Don't do it right. Do it right. Don't fuck it up. Because we're not in that space to fuck it up, and you can't fuck it up because you definitely have a platform you have to live up to. With X-Men 97 doing its thing, being completely flawless, it is a certified fresh, bro. It has been that way since it's been released. One of the highest rated animated shows, bro, right now. So it's been incredible. So again, it's just crazy how now everybody loves the X-Men, bro. And I'm really salty about it, because I'm like, part of me is just like, you know what? I just want to be like, fuck y'all, man. But at the same time, I'm just glad there's a space for it. You know what I mean, V?
I'm not salty or surprised. That's the way it goes. Just like what we were talking about last week with, it's superhero fatigue. It ain't superhero fatigue. No. It's poor execution fatigue.
Bad writing.
You can only have so much patience for poorly executed products. And what we've seen for many, many, many years was live action fumbling on behalf of Fox with the X-Men franchise, which is why we've been joking around for years. When X-Men Apocalypse came out, what'd I do? Like, I was buying tickets for Civil War or other shit, so that way I wasn't supporting X-Men through Fox, because I knew it'd be like use it or lose it. So I wanted it to revert back because I knew the problem was we were getting bullshit, and I wanted to see it done better. And you can only put out so much bad product before the IP itself becomes a joke, and that's kind of what happened. It's just like anything else. Like, look how long people made fun of Star Wars, and then Mando came out, and then all of a sudden, now it's cool again.
Come on, bro.
Same thing with Rogue One, and then it goes the other way. Then you put out some good shit. Now it's cool again, and then you put out something bad that's bad again. It's just that's how it goes. Now, X-Men heads who have been fans since day one usually are fans of the comics, and even with that, as comic book readers, we have a lot more patience for poorly executed runs because we see it all the time. Like, they'll switch up a writer and artist team that might not be great, and just wait it out. There'll be another team eventually that does stories that are more successful. You just ride it out, or stop reading the book for a minute until they But fundamentally, you dig it. However, with movies, you have so many fans that they're not really fans per se of the IP. They're fans of fandom. They're fans of whatever's hot, whatever everybody else is going to see. That's what they want to go see.
That's
if
what they want
everybody
to check out,
right, and if everybody's shitting on it, they're shitting on it. It's like that's why so many of the conversations revolving around criticism and toxicity with fans is there because you have people mixed in together, people who are fans of the IP who want to see something dope, criticizing about something that is not going as well as we would like to, and then fans of I like this thing, that thing sucks, haha, you guys suck, and they want it to fail, they want DC to fail, or they want Marvel to fail now, or they want X-Men to fail because those movies were shitty. This team is cooler, like Xbox over PlayStation, that type of bullshit. So now that the show is dope, now everybody's talking about it, now it's hot. Guess what? Welcome back. Now everybody's cool again. Now everybody likes it again. Now it's cool. Now it's fun. Now it's trendy. Now it's appointment television. Everybody wants to be in on it and wants to be in on the hype. Yeah, and it's cyclical because you know what? After a couple of seasons of X-Men being hot, people will turn on it, just like they do everything else. It's because people love to be contrarian.
It's bandwagon jumping, bro. Like, we've seen this through sports, we've seen this in movies, we've seen it everywhere. Bandwagon jumpers, to hell with them. Whatever.
Oh, my little Chiefs used to be the little engine that could.
Right.
They used to get to the playoffs and get smoked every year. Now everybody on the team. And now everybody wants them to fail every year.
Bro.
Yeah. That is the environment. That is when you get to that rarefied air, when you're no longer just some regular, this is just, this is good shit. No, this is like great tier shit. You get unreasonable amount of hate and you get unreasonable amount of praise. There is no in between there. It gets so unreasonable at the top.
The bandwagon is full of gas and it's rolling, bro. That's what it is.
But see, that's the thing. The movies really were trash. Like, I get people shitting on X-Men for years because what other X-Men content are they getting? There wasn't any cartoons. And these motherfuckers ain't going to pick up a comic. No. And the comics, there's so many comics that it's hard to be like, okay, all right, I'll just read comics instead. The people shitting on X-Men in general were typically fans who just watched movies, and what movies did they have to cling on to feel better about the product?
Right.
They didn't. They would have had to read what? Not even the current comics. They would have had to read older comics to not have that sour taste in the mouth left by what we were getting from the X-Men. So the Fox movies, in my opinion, were really bad. Like, it kind of deserved that hate, and now I feel like it deserves the praise. So I think this is a situation where it kind of makes sense. I mean, the movies were kind of shitty, and now the what people were getting as with Disney Plus, now it's dope. So of course people are going to do a 180.
Well, one stood out to me that's my favorite out of all of them is Future Past. They, even though it wasn't a real story, the Days of Future Past story, their iteration was good.
Here's the thing, bro. Like, I liked it to a certain degree because it was good, but again, once again, there were characters that they muted. Storm, they muted. Bishop, they
Storm.
basically
Right.
muted. You
Right.
know what they did to a lot of those characters.
Mhm.
It really, you know,
Shit, the beginning of that movie, they threw how many characters in just to let them get like, oh, he do one
Let him
move,
get
then you
killed.
die. Do
Let
one
him
move,
get
and then
then you
you
killed.
die.
die, and then
Right.
you
Right.
die.
What? How
Yeah,
could y'all be mad? We gave you Bishop. Like, fuck you.
Right.
Like, that's even
For
worse than not
five
using them.
minutes. For
yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like this 5 minutes
But
to shine, and then you don't utilize them to the best of their ability, and that's just the problem. So that's why I'm like, yo, at this point, don't rush the IP.
mm-hmm,
Don't. I'd rather wait for a couple years.
mm-hmm,
I'd rather you basically flesh out the story the right way.
yeah.
Don't rush it. And here's the thing, and that's why I said 95 or 97 is a gift and a curse because it's
Mm-hmm,
good, but it also pushes that needle forward and
mm-hmm,
sometimes not in the right direction. You know
mm-hmm,
what I mean? Because you can rush a script, you can rush to basically put something out because you want to strike while that, while the stove is hot. But at the same
mm-hmm.
time, bro, like, no, like take your time because I'm pretty sure Bo DeMille, when writing that story, of course, him being a
It took him a
fan, but
while.
at the same time, he took a while to really
Took a
flesh
while.
it out.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, how can this basically affect what's going on right now? How can we mirror now, make it more, of a common thing to talk about these and have this discussion, but modernize it to the simple fact that these characters are humanized.
mm-hmm.
Those quotes that they are putting in it, it's certain everything was orchestrated and pieced together the right
Oh
way.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how the
Yeah.
films have to be. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something that is extremely unpopular. Kevin Feige has the keys, the tools to do this shit, but sometimes he errs on the side of too many fucking jokes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He really does.
Mm-hmm.
He errs on that side, and sometimes you got to scale that shit the
So
fuck
many jokes.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Too many fucking jokes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm tired of it. And this is one of the reasons why, like and again, I'm gonna say another thing that's unpopular.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why it is going to slightly pain me to go in the theaters and sit down and watch Deadpool because I
Mm-hmm.
know it's going to be it's going to be saturated with jokes, even though, and everybody, well, that's who he is. No, okay, we get that,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't have to be that way through the entire fucking film. That is what
Mm-hmm.
failed Thor: Love and Thunder, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what failed films like that. With X-Men, this is more private to me than anything. It's more personal to me because I grew up
Mhm.
on these fucking comics, bro.
Yeah.
I grew up on these comics. I read these books from front to back.
Yeah. 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 I
So
get
don't
that.
fuck up these characters that we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to basically see in live action, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally. Don't bring Holly Berry back. I'm sorry. Love you, Holly, but don't bring her back as Storm. Don't do that.
She'll
Yo,
be
they even
back.
talking about
They'll bring her back.
they're
It's
even
not
talking about
even
reaching out to Jennifer Lawrence.
right.
And I'm
Nah,
like,
don't do
y'all
that.
need to
Right.
just we gotta recast the whole thing.
Gotta
Stop
be
playing with
cast.
all these
Mm-hmm.
like fan service from the
Mm-hmm.
Fox joints. Like
Mm-hmm.
I get it for a couple points. Like if
Mm-hmm.
if they want to use it as a bridge with Deadpool, if they want to use it as fan service and with the
Mm-hmm.
Illuminati, but make it your own. Start over. Definitely don't
Mm-hmm.
bring back somebody like Jennifer Lawrence who didn't even like being the character she was in the first fucking place. I don't
No, she
understand.
hated it. She hated
And
it.
the other problem they had was like you don't need to hitch the trailer to one specific character. It is
Yeah.
not Wolverine and the X-Men. It's the
Mhm.
X-Men. There's so many different characters that are constantly rotated and given focus. And what we're
Mhm.
seeing with the success of X-Men 97 is, all right, this week is Scott's chance to shine. This week
Mhm.
is Jean's chance to shine. This week
Mhm.
it's Storm. This week it's Beast. Like every week
Mhm.
it's like it's a team with so many different faces and players, and you have to like not insult your viewers' intelligence that they have to have this like
Focused on the one character.
nonstop
Mhm.
focus on comedy and a
Mhm.
lead that you can like put a whole bunch of time and energy to get behind.
Mhm.
You have to
Mhm.
spread the love and you have to make a balance. And you're gonna have jokes. That just goes without saying. But it has to
Mhm.
be organic. You don't want everything to screech to a halt. To like, all right, here's the part where we tell a joke and then we look at you to make sure you laughed before we move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And if it's, I mean, there's a big difference between C-3PO and Jar Jar.
Very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Now, I just want to say one thing before we go on. One thing, small thing. I told y'all I was bashing. Didn't I say that? Let me dust off my shoulder real quick. Let me do this real fast.
I knew you was waiting to say that shit.
For everybody.
You know what threw me? I was wrong about how early he debuted. For whatever reason, in my memory, my old memory, I thought he debuted in 2000s, but he debuted in 96. So it was right on track.
Yep, 96.
Yeah. 96. And the thing is, like, bro, like, again, so with that being said, though, Cassandra Nova could still make an appearance, bro.
I don't think so.
See, you doubting it, but she still can, bro.
Listen,
she still can.
I told y'all that Big Bad for season, well, what is this? Probably 18, right? Because then the end of on season 17, when he went away at the end of the last show, what season was that? That was 4, 5.
Who? What you talking about? What you mean?
The original X-Men TV show.
When who went away?
With Elandra.
I think that wasn't that season 7? Was that season 7? I mean, season 6 or? I refresh my memory,
it must have
bro.
Been, maybe.
It was the last season. It was the very last season. I know that much.
So in season 8, not this season. In season 8, we won't see Nova. We'll probably see her next season, no doubt. And I really think that Mystique is Miss Cooper because she is around when everything gets fucked up all the time.
Still ain't found her.
Find her, and they can't find her yet. They don't know where
Mystique.
She's at.
It's Mystique, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't know. We'll see. My point is, like I said, before we dive into, because we're going to talk about X-Men 97. But my point is, like I said, I mean, I know there's a lot of, X-Men enthusiasts now.
Yeah,
but
come on.
keep that same energy.
Yeah.
When shit doesn't go right, keep that same energy and believe in the simple fact that, I mean, they will have their day. This is why I basically right now, I would be a fan because right now motherfuckers are rushing at X-Men versus the Avengers talk, and I don't want that shit right now. Keep the X-Men in their own fucking universe for right now.
Yeah, it won't happen.
Let them be established because there's so many stories in that universe that don't need you to blend any type of story with the X-Men for right now. Like, we don't need A versus X at the moment. I don't.
Because even on the original show, they didn't start blending in, dropping in other figure cameos until character cameos until like season 2.
Bro, you're talking about the fandom. Just think about how easy it was for them. They would have had a live action X-Men in-house where they got somewhat of the benefit of the doubt and had nothing to compare it to, but really bad, especially end of the run Fox films. And now everyone's going to compare it not to the Fox films, but they're going to compare it to X-Men 97, which there's no way that it will be as comic accurate as X-Men 97.
No.
So when they do a live action joint, everyone's going
to compare it.
Compare it and shit on it because, of course, you're not going to have Rogue already as with Captain Marvel's powers. You're not going to have Scott jumping out of fucking Blackbird and doing somersaults with his fucking optic blast and landing. And to me, you ain't going to see all that shit.
No.
But
the thing that kills me, bro, is like, where was all this extra energy when Fox dropped them all in those black, corny ass leather uniforms? Nobody was saying nothing back then, really.
Yeah, they were. They were bitching then.
Really?
They were bitching.
They were bitching. But like, I was a kid at this point, so that was the first rule.
You know what it was?
This show was airing at the time too, but
we just ate it because it was like that's all we got. It was like, all right, they in the stupid ass.
We got it.
Biker suits.
I was just happy to see him.
We were just happy to see him. You know what I mean? So we put up with a lot.
We put up a whole bunch of shit. The leather fucking suits, the depowering of certain individual characters, bro.
Bro.
We put up with a bunch. You know what I mean? We put up with basically a bunch of that shit, bro. And this is one of the reasons why I told myself I wanted to have these conversations because I'm like, look, we are in that space now where it is on the zeitgeist, bro. But I mean, again, it has to be treated with care. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this rumor that and Vinny, I want to get your take on that. Wesley Snipes returning as Blade for the multiverse. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I want it.
Yo, I hate the internet sometimes Imagine we just seen Blade show up.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do we have to be told that the Wesley Snipes is coming back? Why do we have to know that?
They want to pull you in with it. They want to pull you.
But they
in.
didn't even say when, so it's not even like
Nope.
you're using it to promote something. They're saying, "Oh, we're gonna be bringing back Wesley Snipes' Blade in a future MCU film." Why do you have to tell us that? You're not even promoting a film with that knowledge.
Right.
It's just like, yo, we're gonna do something dope eventually. Stay tuned. Shut the fuck up, man. Just put them in the shit. Like, it's annoying, yo. You can't even do nothing with Ali. Like, why are you telling us that you're gonna use Wesley Snipes eventually? And Ali's been waiting on a script since '94. Like, what?
Dude,
They don't have a script. They don't know if it's gonna be about him, his grandmother, his niece, his roommate from college.
I got a bad feeling about this Blade movie, bro. I got a bad feeling.
Ali was
cast it's a Frankenstein by now.
Ali was cast as Blade. Like, I mean, what are you gonna tell us next week? That we're gonna see Sticky Fingers back as Blade too?
Oh god!
But it gets worse. But wait, it gets worse.
When she's bro, no, they better not give us Sticky Fingers, bro. I forgot about that. I forgot about that shit purposely, bro.
Threw me back like
oh damn. Sticky Fingers, bro.
Easy 20 years with that one. Almost
threw up,
bro, you
I had to hold my
oh, fucking Sticky Fingers, bro.
It's the vampires over there, P.
Bruh, don't no sticky, bro. Vinny, you
that
wrong
board
for
meeting
that.
was a muff. You know that board meeting was funny as shit.
Oh, side note, I used to fuck that boy up on Def Jam 1.
Oh my god.
They'll love it. He's black. What do they care?
Yeah, the only difference he's bald. Maybe Blade got a haircut.
We'll get them to do a few songs for the soundtrack.
Oh,
soundtrack.
Bro, nah,
that was the worst. That
was the board meeting, bro.
For real.
That was the worst Marvel shit they ever did, though. That was the worst.
But but you know what? It was desperation. At that time, they knew that they needed to kind of. It was desperation.
White was sitting at home, like,
yep. Like what up?
Yo,
like what up?
Something. Dolph Lundgren's Punisher was better than that shit.
Well,
I know y'all don't even remember that.
No, I remember that shit. Definitely remember that shit, bro.
Dolph Lundgren's Punisher.
You don't remember that, Vinny?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
The only one that was popular was the other one.
Punisher butt naked in the sewers. They was on some
yeah.
Dolph Lundgren.
It was on some other shit.
That one, I think that was a little bit before my time because I know the other one.
He dies. That's it.
Yeah, that definitely was before your time, Bloom, because that
Bloom
definitely
came up with probably Thomas Jane as Punisher, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, Thomas Jane. So before that one, it was what? Maybe 8 years before that, it had Dolph Lundgren, right?
Yeah, that was in the 90s. Yeah. I think that was in the early 90s.
I was watching some Nickelodeon bullshit and some reruns.
Oh yeah, you missed it, Dolph Lundgren.
You dodged the bullet.
Yeah, I was watching other shit, trying to catch up with Spider-Man, Biker Mice from Mars, Doug. What else?
Yeah.
Fuck. There's so much shit that was going on at that time, bro.
When that Doug
so
shit
hard
came out, cartoons
stay on track.
They went down.
That was 1989.
Oh yeah, that was like a year before my brother too.
Yeah, 89.
Yeah, bro. But you know what? Listen. There's anything that we can actually get in this universe, and we already know there's going to be a multiverse version of pretty much every character.
Yeah.
So do not be surprised. Do not be surprised, y'all.
Oh boy.
Do not be surprised.
Oh my god.
He'll be there.
Let's go.
I think he's gonna be there.
Do not be surprised.
The blending, the lighting.
Yeah, let's effing go.
Do not be surprised.
Diabolical. Vinny, do something.
I'm trying to get a cast. I am doing something. I'm sending this to my agent, yo.
Listen.
Yo, I'm just saying, don't Vinny. But I'm saying, like, do not be surprised in the multiversal age if you see
Wolf Lavinny.
Yeah. Got that platinum skeleton.
I'm tracking down Malin Parr. Like, bitch, where are you going?
Ben Howlett.
One for me, one for you, 2 for me, 1, 2 for you. Like, come on.
Ben Howlett.
Yo. Yo, I'm telling you.
I'm with
wait.
it.
Oh man. No.
Vinny has a nice set of hair and mutton chops.
Mutton chops. There you
go.
Bro, it's been like at least 10 years since I've heard mutton chops used in a sentence like that, bro. Can we keep it there? Thank you.
Yeah.
Mutton chops, bro.
Mutton chops. Damn. Fuck you think he is? Abe Lincoln?
That's it.
Yo, mutton chops. But yeah, I agree though, bro. Like they could have kept it to themselves. They definitely could have kept it to themselves. But of course,
I mean, I'm barely even paying attention. I'm trying to dodge it all the time.
Yeah.
And I can't, and I still know like dozens of cameos that they've announced for Deadpool. Like, y'all don't have to tell us everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They've said everything for Deadpool, bro. Like, and they're showing the pictures now too, which is ridiculous. But
well, I mean, it's pretty much all damn near almost confirmed about what's her name? Fucking everybody's gonna get what they want when we basically see your girl as Dazzler. So, bro, it's this, and now they're doing reshoots, so they're gonna even add more shit. Anyway,
yeah.
Taylor Swift is gonna if she shows up as Dazzler, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna sit in the movie, bro. I might walk out.
You're gonna sit there and take it. That's what we all gonna do. We're gonna sit there and take it, and then we're gonna
you're about to leave and go. Tortured moviegoers department. That's where you're gonna be at.
And then we're gonna leave and be like, okay, is this the quality over quantity? So we got one movie all year, and when it's trash, then what do? You switched out the quantity for the quality, and then when you're one movie instead of putting out 4, it's trash. Then you just have to sit there and just
maybe
all right.
Think this movie will correct everything.
Maybe. Hell no.
Maybe
it's probably gonna cause more problems than answer. They don't know.
Listen. I want to see the movie, and I'm excited. Look, here's the thing. I'm excited that we're getting the MCU film, and I definitely do want Deadpool to succeed, and I know it's going to be a banger. I know Ryan Reynolds is going to do his things because he's actually a fan. He cares about it. I know he will.
About it a lot, yeah.
My thing is, with all that being said, I don't want them to ride 100% on this movie changing things, bro. Because if it doesn't, then you're setting yourself up because then they're going to go back and be like, yeah, everybody was thinking this, such and such, whatever. And that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't want to paint this target on this man's back. I just want a successful film. I want to see it. I want to enjoy it. Apparently, like I said, they scaled down even the last trailer, Vinny. Just to let you, they didn't. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm saying they scaled down the trailer because they said it was there's so many, not cameos, but so many spoilers to this film Easter eggs that they just didn't want. They just scaled it back. Like they really scaled it back. So I'm like, well, I get that. They're only showing us certain things, and I think they said that this was the last trailer that they were going to show this way before the film releases. I'm like, well, okay, cool. Leave it in that space. Leave it in that space. Just keep it there. Don't say anything else. Let us just enjoy the film for what it is. You know what I mean? And what it's going to be.
Are there rumors? I'm just throwing a rumor question out there, but a lot of rumors around about Ryan getting rid of the She-Hulk. The She-Hulk that's supposed to be in it. The one from the TV show, like, and she's pissed about it.
I don't know. I never heard that.
Yeah, they were saying that I guess whatever went down between the She-Hulk show failing or whatever, she's supposed to play a big role in, I guess, Secret Wars, and she's supposed to appear in freaking the Deadpool thing, and she's pissed off about it now. So
I tell you what, you know what? Well, here's the thing. I
just
tell
a
you,
question. I don't know if it's real or not.
I don't know about that. I don't. I don't know in general about that aspect of it. But I will tell you what I am kind of pissed off about.
Oh boy.
Just really, really, really pissed off about, sort of slightly. Now, mind you, I can't blame everybody else because we knew that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? We knew that this was going to be in this place, with the lack of success of this particular film.
Mhm.
So what we know right now and the information that we've gotten is that Tiana Parrish was supposed to have a Captain Marvel or a Photon series. That's now been pulled because of the lack of success of the film. So they pulled that because the Marvels was not successful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So we can't say that we didn't see that coming because we sort of did.
Yep.
But it doesn't make it doesn't make the conversation any easier. You know what I mean?
But
It's tough.
the Marvels thing was kind of tough, man. I mean, I tried to like it. It had some things in it. I love everything Photon. All Photon. I just loved the whole Photon thing with her. Miss Marvel, I loved her in it. I mean, Miss Captain Marvel, she was okay. She was a little better than the first movie, but it was just I don't know, bro. That singing and talking bullshit. They didn't even need that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then like just some of her acting to me, the Captain Marvel was just a little dry. Her supporting cast to me was they they portrayed their characters better than her as the lead in being Captain Marvel to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like bittersweet. It had its good and bad. I mean, I won't completely shit on the film because it had
It's
its parts. You know what I'm saying? But Photon carried her weight, bro. Like to me, she carried her weight all day. Like
Mm-hmm.
she, she is the character of Photon to me, live
Mm-hmm.
action. So
Yeah.
for her not
And
to
how they
have her
gonna
own standalone
give
is
her
kind of disappointing.
us, give her to us, and then she at the end of the film, no,
What happened?
somewhere else. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's foul, bro.
because it's
I
going
Yeah.
to be really tough to. I mean, part of the upside of giving a character that isn't necessarily a guaranteed success like her show is it lets it advance that story of what did happen to her without
Yeah.
tying up time in a future film. And I mean, they're in a tough spot where they are having some hurdles with these niche shows or ideas that
Niche
aren't
ideas,
working out in their favor. Like when you come up with a niche idea, like, hey, let's do a movie with a talking tree and raccoon, and it works, you look like a genius and you get to do a whole bunch of cool, creative, random shit. But
Yeah.
when that bombs one or two times, 3 or 4 times, a
Yeah.
whole phase, you kind of lose that benefit of the
Lose your
doubt that
footing,
whatever
yeah.
you put out is going to be
Mhm.
fire and people are going to tune in no matter what. So
Mhm,
you
mhm.
kind of got to get what I would hope is that it's not like canceled indefinitely, but it's one of those
Mhm.
things where we do a few layups.
Test runs or
We do
something.
it through layups to get
Yeah.
our confidence back. Shoot
Mhm.
some jumpers. Let's hold off on the half court shots. And then once we on fire again, then we can start pulling out the obscure stuff that we think that like, all right, wait till they see this shit. But
Mhm.
right now, yeah, I mean, I don't agree that like one movie a year or like the TV shows have to be something as guaranteed
Mhm.
as a Loki or even Moon Knight sequel. Like I still feel like they should be taking chances, but
Mhm.
as much as I hate to say it, because we all love the character,
Mhm.
we all
Mhm.
know why
Mhm.
we love the character, and we all know
Yeah.
why a lot of people won't love the character.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they know damn well what they're dealing with and the type of crowd who is speaking with their wallets are winning.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like if I was an exec in that boardroom and watching Captain Marvel, I would have, I would try to at least cherry pick the good things from the movie that I thought could sustain themselves by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Miss Marvel is definitely sustainable by herself. Photon to me was like she was the movie for me. So I know she
Mhm.
could sustain on her own, bro. Like, and then to give us that with her going to the X-Men universe and not bringing her back,
Yeah.
that's whack. That's whack. So they're not gonna bring her back at all.
Well, no.
She's
So
done.
that's the thing. They said that her story is going to be carried on in another IP, which is them telling us that it's going to be carried on in that X-Men universe,
That's
And
whack.
but wait a minute. But see, here's the thing. To say it's whack, right? And I was right there with you, Jay. But I thought about it.
Are her powers going?
No. No,
Oh,
her powers aren't. But I thought about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, okay, it's whack that something like this would happen.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe, just maybe, bro, it's a blessing in disguise. And the reason why I say that is that you're separating her from everything else. You're separating her from Miss Marvel. You're separating her from Captain Marvel. You're putting her in a place where right now the X-Men are hot as shit.
Yeah.
So if you place her in that space, maybe it is a way for her to succeed and shine.
Yeah, I agree
with you know what I mean? Okay. And give us, especially with better writing.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kamala.
Yeah.
Don't put her in no more Marvel Miss Marvel shit. Put her in
separate,
the X-Men joint.
Keep her separate. Because them two were they didn't seem like they were supporting actresses. They seemed like they were like freaking leads in their own right in that movie.
Hey, mutated powers, mutated DNA. Just saying.
Right. Both of them are considered mutants because they've been mutated by whatever energy that's in them. So it's like, why not leave them in like the X-Men universe or have Kamala still do her own thing? Like Captain Marvel to me, bro, like her, like she just breathe. I don't know, like she wasn't as dry as the first movie, but this movie, I mean, she had her ups and downs, bro. It's just like, but she wasn't the lead to me, bro. Like Photon and Marvel, Miss Marvel.
Let's call it and say what it is, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is, she had a target on her back, right? And a target that she could have damn well orchestrated herself. I'm not, maybe there were some certain things, PR things that could have been scaled back, but it was doomed to fail because of people disliking her. And Marvel should have known. And I think that was one of the reasons why they did change the name from Captain Marvel to the Marvels. Because they wanted to basically they didn't want that heat to be on the other two characters. It's just,
it's
what
different
it is,
too,
bro.
though, because there was heat on her PR shit before Captain Marvel came out, but it almost didn't matter if you had a problem with it or not. You had to see Captain Marvel to know what was about to go on in Infinity War, like that, or Endgame, whatever. Like that was a bridge film, so you had vested reason to go watch that film because you didn't want to be lost because that was right before their grand finales. So. Whereas this, the villain was just like some chick. Like it was.
You would have been. I think we all would have been thrown off if we didn't get the Captain Marvel film and we went and saw Endgame and you're just like, well, where the fuck were you? Like, just come out of nowhere.
But like, so like you had purpose. You had purpose with Captain Marvel. That's all. I mean that was a bridge that did so many things other than just. Like they introduced her for a reason that was going somewhere, but Miss Marvel has the same problem most of the Phase 4 has had. The films are floating, individual, like they are self-contained, and you didn't have a big bad villain that anyone knew it was. Like, even comic heads, like I had to look up who that villain was supposed to be. I didn't even know. I didn't know who that villain was by name, so I didn't even realize it was a gender switch villain.
Yeah.
The villain's performance was terrible. There was nothing memorable about the fight or the story. What was the point? Like you weren't watching it so that you knew what would happen in Kang Dynasty or anything like that. Like so it didn't drive or give people an incentive to go see it unless you were a big fan of those characters. Okay. And then here's your problem. You are incentivizing larger demographics by putting in diverse mix of characters. You can't just count on guys liking those characters that you're making to cater and target and aim for other demographics. And if those guys don't, it's their fault the movie sucked. There is 170 million women in the world, in America. So if no men went to see it because they don't like Brie Larson, it still should have made $1 billion
money
for all the women
alone.
It's like WNBA. You can't be mad at dudes not going if women aren't going either.
Right.
Like the demographics they're hoping to gain by being more diverse has to go. Otherwise, what's the point? That'd be like if no black people showed up for Black Panther and it bombed, you couldn't blame black
us.
people. You can't blame white people for not going to go see Black Panther.
Right.
I mean,
but
you can, but the whole point was to make a larger audience. They're hoping for women to go out and bring their husbands or boyfriends to go see these films.
Yeah.
Go on their own. They want women to like be watching Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel's whether their boyfriend's a nerd or not. And that's not happening.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm not going to say, and Hunter Beck, now I'm not going to say that Brie isn't a good actress because she is.
No,
she's a good actress. It's just she won an Academy Award and
you don't get an Oscar for being mid.
For being mid. She's definitely she's a good actress, Hunter. I think that, and I say this as much as and like I said, I love I love her work. I love Brie Larson's work.
Bro,
I'll defend her. Definitely I'll defend her from a certain standpoint. But I will say, in my mind, was she the perfect choice for Captain Marvel? No. Maybe not.
Plus,
maybe not.
Real, I think that a lot of Target has put on the toxicity of with how a lot of male nerds feel about what she said, but whatever.
Yeah.
The average moviegoer doesn't know what the fuck she said in some random interview 10 years ago. If it was a hot movie that everybody was talking about and going to see because it was dope, they would have went. If it was a great movie, that winning cures everything. Like if it was a great movie, it wouldn't matter what she said, what she did. I mean,
word of mouth kills. And when the word of mouth got to the next person, it was like, it's all right. The next person was like, whatever.
Yeah, I guarantee
I'll give you guys a good example. I'm sorry, Vinny, but
no, go ahead. Go.
I'll give you a very quick example. It's going on right now. There's a game called Helldivers. Okay, Helldivers 2. And that is made by some nondescript ass company. We have fucking no clue. They barely made the first one several years ago, so they're not known for much other than these games that they make. And the TikTok, YouTube, the Twitch, the streams, the word of mouth, people are talking. People getting on Reddit saying, "Oh, this game is good. Get it. This game is great, fantastic. Jump in on it." It's word of mouth, like. Same thing with an Infinity War. If you didn't have your tickets before then, you probably already heard your friends or people on Twitter. That's what I saw. Before I saw Infinity War, I saw people on Twitter traumatized.
Yeah.
I'm hearing reports of people walking out of the theater crying. And
we witnessed it. We witnessed it.
We've seen it firsthand.
So word of mouth is everything.
And bro, listen, Bloom, real quick. Me and Vinny and the rest of the gang, because what we do is when we go to the movies, we sit outside, we critique, we talk, we exchange notes. Now this happened after the end of Infinity War, not Endgame, but Infinity War. We were sitting outside. Lady brings her son out. He's dressed fully, head to toe, as Spider-Man, bro.
Oh, poor kid.
He is dressed from head to toe as Spider-Man. This lady we're standing out there, bro, like outside the theater, and we're just standing out there, like just all talking, exchanging notes. This lady brings out her kid, and bruh, I have never seen a kid more traumatized. He was, bro, that sobbing when you can't catch your breath. He was like, he was like, they kill Spider-Man, they kill Spider-Man, bro, the whole time, bro. She had him on, it's okay, babe, but he was crying. I have never seen a kid that traumatized about this character, bro, and I was like, they knew.
Here's what was so fucked up, yo.
They knew.
2 minutes before, here's all of us. I can't believe they had the balls to do it.
Yeah. And we saw that kid.
My bad, low man. You all right? Yo, Asha, I realized in that moment how selfish I am because I'm through the roof excited that they had the balls to do the Snap story, and I never for 1 minute stopped and thought about what people who have no idea what that story is were going through. Because you could have heard a pin drop in that theater when it was over. And then when I seen it the second time, the entire row behind me was crying, and they were adults.
My baby was crying.
There was girls crying, people crying, and I'm like, yo, the balls to make this decision is insane. And it obviously was like a huge deal. But yeah, man,
and you know what?
Having to explain that to my baby girl was the worst time.
But you know what?
It's okay, they'll be back.
Yeah, right. But you know what? Here's
Thanos will return. They ain't saying nothing about it.
Hey yo.
Yo, Charlie said the kid probably loved Endgame. You think his mom took him to see Endgame after that? She was like, "No, you ain't watching another movie." I ain't going through it. Yo, you know what she looked like? She looked, you know that Ben Affleck meme where he's just smoking a cigarette, like. That was
Cornelius
her face,
said people on stretches apparently. Hey yo, check it out though. But I say that to say this: with Infinity War, what happened? Let's not forget the post-credit scene, because when people basically saw the pager and they saw the Captain Marvel, people were hype. People were actually hype for the character, bro.
That's what Phase 4 is missing, bro. Connective.
There's no connection.
Tissue.
There's no cohesiveness, bro. There's been a problem.
Tissue out of all Phase 4. Everything is floating in the water by itself. You know,
no connection. And the films don't stay. And the films that they did do, except for a few exceptions, like maybe Shang-Chi, weren't strong enough to be like, all right, that was just dope on its own, straight up.
Yeah, Hunter, I would say that is probably,
that
if not
is
1A,
a true
good example.
That is a true statement.
Definitely, Word of Mouth is phenomenal because it's almost like the entire planet rallied around, be like, go see this shit. Like everybody, I didn't hear one negative thing in a year about that film. Like I've never heard a more positive
in this climate. That's crazy.
And exactly, Bloomer, because you know how quick people are to be like, "Oh, y'all like that? Well, fuck that then."
Fuck that thing.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that thing,
bro. But you gotta think about it, dog. Like I said, we all said she got the Academy Award, so she's a great actress. But look how she was in King Kong. She was excellent in that movie, bro.
She was different.
Monster Island.
She was different.
She was a different person,
bro. She's a different. Here's the thing, bro. It's just it's the. Here's the thing, bro. It's
because she's a bitch in the comics. That's who the character is.
That's the way. And that was my point, Vinny. In the comics, people have to remember. If you don't like her on screen, you damn sure ain't gonna like her in the comics because she's the same fucking way. She's not liked as a character in the comics. Hell, I remember during the whole fucking No More Mutants run when fucking when House of M, when basically like that whole Scarlet Witch changed the spectrum of everything. What they did to Captain Marvel in that fucking book was fucking.
Oh, we lost it for a second.
Hold on. What they did. Sorry about that. What they did to her was crazy because, bruh, they made everybody think. First of all, how they painted her was in her world, she was a famous superhero, right? She was famous. But then it took somebody like Spider-Man to remind her who she really was. And what he said in that book was, well, you're not really as liked and as popular as you think you are. Like literally. And that's what they did to the character because she was hated in the books, bro.
Yeah.
People hated her. They definitely hated her after the second Civil War. She was even hated even more.
Which she was the primary.
You know how I know they wasn't fucking with her for real? Is when Book took her powers and none of y'all was like, oh my god, why would y'all do that? Everybody's like, okay, cool. Y'all just y'all let that happen. Like older readers don't ever bitch about that. So that's how I know y'all wasn't really fucking with her like that.
You know why? Because even back then, the biggest problem was it was a substitution. When she inherited the powers from Marvel Marvel passed away, we had this particular character. People weren't really accepting of it even back then. This character has always had a checkered past, bro.
Yep.
She's always had a checkered past as a character. So the way she portrayed her wasn't as too far-fetched, because that's the way she was in the comics.
And nobody used her.
Hey, if you don't like her, that's actually by design.
Right. And then add insult to injury, they used her to essentially, in a way, replace Adam Warlock, who was a huge co-favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why people are kind of bitching about Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, I'm glad that didn't take a whole large part of the discourse with that film, because the film is outside of that, you know, or the choice that they made with a Warlock. I think the film was fantastic outside of that choice there with that man. I enjoyed it. Just didn't enjoy what they did with Warlock.
It was tough watching the opening of that film, because my sister heard me talking to myself, and she was like, Vinny, when Adam Warlock showed up, you were like, they have no chance. But then he won. What happened? I was like, they lied.
Bro,
they lied.
That was the biggest misstep that I've ever seen. There's
nothing any of them could have done to stop him.
No. Him in the right space, there's nothing that could have been done. Not even a fucking arm cannon from Nebula would have stopped him. Like, literally, that's how unstoppable he is. He's literally the galactic god, bro.
I would have been happier.
He snapped everybody away, or he snapped Thanos away. When it all was said and done, he was the guy that did it. So it was kind of weird how all of that played out, and that became Iron Man in the MCU, which was all poetic, and I get it, but it couldn't be far from how it actually went down.
But you know what?
Even if it was supposed to be Nebula to put
it was supposed to be Nebula. That's the thing. Nebula was supposed to be the one to wear the gauntlet. She was supposed to be the one that brought everybody back to spite Thanos, bro.
Yeah,
and
that was the day. That was the Days of Future Past. Oh, let's put Wolvie there instead of Kitty.
Yeah,
because he's more popular. So they switched out Tony, just like they switched out Tony for Ultron's invention. I mean, it's just part of what you got to deal with, and that's
and bro, they gave us a hint of it. So they gave us a hint of it when she actually was, or when we saw her damn near almost take the gauntlet. You know what I mean? From Hawkeye. So it was a hint of it there, but then they just stole that moment. They took that moment away. That moment was definitely taken away, bro.
I was so mad about that though, bro. I had to pop in on now. Listen back, yo, bro. Everybody was on it with Iron Man, but like you said, he got it because he was most popular at the time. In the books, it's Nebula.
Mm-hmm.
And the same
Nebula,
thing with
bro.
Iron Man creating Ultron. No, that was Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That was Hank Pym. Like,
but see, here's the thing.
That, bro.
But you know what's crazy?
He's not here yet?
But you know what's crazy? They said that they didn't want to do that because of the checker pass that Hank Pym had in the books. Of him putting his hands on Van Dyne. But you still brought him into the MCU. So what sense does that fucking make to me, bro?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. Hank Pym should have been the original creator.
But now he's an old man, and we're not checking for the old man in his, his past domestic violence issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You put Hank in.
We got him on the side, and you got Paul with his daughter. He's like, "Oh, you guys eat that, take that. Don't look over here. Don't take that." That's what they did.
You could have had it been Hank, and you could have had it lead up to Kang killing him in Quantumania.
Exactly.
And he could have won. I mean, he could have died like protecting Janet as a redemption.
Right. From beating her back in the day.
What do we
do? Instead of like skating away from like real world issues or stuff that is like, look down upon in today's, use that. Flip that. Turn it into a message that isn't so fucking heavy-handed, heavy-fisted. Give it some subtlety, and I promise you, we will lap that shit up like an icy on a fucking 96.
But you know what?
Day.
But that's why Invincible and X-Men 97 is so hot right now because they're not afraid of having some balls.
Right.
But bro, I'm gonna tell you the movie that showed us how you could do that, delivered in a certain way, because the way this movie depicted it was the same way it was in the comics. It wasn't deliberate. It was the way it was in the comics. So remember, let's take it back, Bloomer. You know, not so popular film, Spider-Man 3. Pete has the symbiote suit. Walks in the bar with, you know what I mean? With Gwen. Yeah. Gets into the fight with the bouncer. Mary Jane's behind him. He swings and smacks her, knocks her down, right? That was the same interpretation that we got from the book between Hank and the comics. It was not deliberate. It was an accident.
It was an accident.
He was tipsy and they got into an argument. It was an accident. It wasn't like a violent thing.
He didn't mean to hit her.
But they chose to scale it down.
Right. But we're in such a soft realm. Like this domestic violence is real. Motherfucker, it happens. So why not show? You could have had a flawed superhero, your first flawed hero, like in The Boys, and then had a redemption, or like you said, with him dying, saving her from Kang.
Yeah.
And it had been all for
why are we treating Hank Pym like Bing Crosby? Like let's chill out, bro. Like if that's the case, let's stop treating him like that. Let's
exactly.
Crosby.
Like just bro.
Exactly.
All right, real quick though, because I want to jump in before we miss the opportunity to talk about this. We got my man Scott Lobdell. Now, again, if you are an X-Men fan, if you remember books, come on, man. If you remember this book right here, if you remember that cover,
I have it.
I mean, there's so many of his like famous covers. If you don't know, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you gonna know. Mr. Lobdell is one of the most prolific writers in comics. Artists in comics. Writers as well. Exactly, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So again, if you're not really familiar with, you know, his work, Vinny, do you care to educate as much as you can, bro?
So this dude, he pitched to Marvel to get in for years, like over and over and over, and he was a writer. He wanted to get in, and he kept shooting the shot with Marvel for a very long time, and then they got him in. He I can't remember the first book he got in on, but there was a kind of like a Tales type of book where it was more freedom, and he got in, and then like really quickly they loved him and threw him on X-Men books, and then this man just super creative, tons of incredible creations and stories. Yes. I mean, we're talking Generation X with Chamber and Blink, and and I think one of the most important parts of that book was this was in a time where there was very few New Mutants in the collection that were accepted. Like once in a while you could drop a Gambit debut, a Bishop, like here and there in the course of the X-Men, like but it took a lot of work and a lot of times it didn't work out. But with Generation X, it was a huge deal because that was a whole ass new team and the fans took to it. And it wasn't just any book that everybody was like they tried that like a few different times with other teams and it usually just didn't work. But people took to this book and had a lot of very creative mutants in it. People really loved Blank. Chamber was weird as shit, but like people loved him. Marrow and like some of those I believe were adapted into the animation, some of the animated shows and whatnot. Yep. And then
Marrow was too.
Yeah, Marrow. Maggot too. Maggot was fun. Like that was it was so fucking weird. Generation X was the first. In my opinion, Generation X, the cool thing about it was there's always this like black sheep of the X-Men and certain stories where like they do it would feel like a filler issue of X-Men where like there was some kid who like he couldn't stop blowing up his family, and he was just going to be killed, or he wasn't super powerful. He just was made out of ooze or something. Like they weren't cool X-Men like Wolverine or Cyclops. Like they were literally freaks. Like they weren't they didn't have the good mutation. And this was a whole team of mostly mutants who wouldn't be considered like the mutants that the X-Men would be.
They weren't the go-tos at that point.
Wouldn't. These weren't the X-Men that Charles was putting on Good Morning America.
Yeah, these are mugs that stay at the facility almost all the time.
Yeah, this was
Halloween. On Halloween.
Yeah, these was the cast. Yeah, these was the cast. They wasn't. Yeah, these are the black sheep of the mutant joints, but it was. They tried that at different times. It just didn't work, but for whatever reason, it did this time.
Yeah.
And man, he had so many other adaptations like that. I mean, he was even way back to like Onslaught, right? Like that was
the Onslaught,
like, Onslaught and Age of Apocalypse, and like he had a lot of major stories and a big contribution to a lot of the famous X-Men stories that we know. Is, I mean, I'd say since Claremont, Lobdell is up there with the most influential writers since Claremont. I mean, a lot of those stories is him. I mean, he had like he had so many different inputs, like we were just talking about before with Bastion and so many others. Like this man like created so many different mutants and so many different
and basically how he even his attention to Bishop as a character, how he paid attention to Bishop, even Bishop and his sister, because it was important for him to really bro. I'm look, Fatal Attractions is still by far one of my favorite runs, period, because again, we wouldn't have got that Onslaught run without Fatal Attractions, and it was so popular because that was the first time that we ever got a book which goes against the grain, where Magneto strips Wolverine's adamantium away from him, traumatized.
I had that book, dude. That traumatized me. Like, yo, Wolverine's not cool anymore.
That was so huge to so many of us because there were so many times that Wolverine and Magneto fought, and I know a lot of us were like, "Yo, would that work? Like, could he just, could he? What could he do?" And this motherfucker, he stripped it, and it added such a really unique take on Wolverine, because that's when we found out, wait, those aren't just fucking claws. That's adamantium bones.
That's bones.
Hold up. There was bones underneath there, so like he had bones before he had the because as kids we always just figured they put adamantium on his bones and then gave him knives that could come out. We I never really considered that he might have had claws to begin with. So that shit was crazy.
Because it was never really talked about, because then after that is when we got the Wolverine origins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we
didn't have nothing.
Nobody
Wolverine
had shit.
Was the best kept origin secret in all of comics because he was the most popular character, arguably, in comics, period. And they had the self-control to not tell you almost anything about him. And that mystique, that mystery is one of the reasons why he was so popular. You didn't know how old he was, if he came from Japan, from Canada, from like... You weren't sure. You weren't sure how many hundreds of years old he was. You didn't know what he's really been through.
Was it Origins and Generation Stories? And
that was Paul Jenkins' Origin. That's when they first told it.
Right.
You didn't know his real name because you're like, I bet you his name ain't Logan. Like, what's his last name? Like
James Holland.
Leroy.
Yep. Yep. So
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, a lot of
some of these motherfuckers so ugly. You just send them to the danger room. Like don't even be in the living room.
They had it.
I know there's a mutant out there by the name of Long Neck. Literally, Long Neck.
And this was, again, like I said, it was a run where we got Monet St. Croix, we got Sync, who's definitely possible. Sync is OP right now. OP in the comics right now. But this is the iteration. This is definitely where it started from. You know, this right here, bro. This
after
right
Gen
here,
X,
bro.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Boy.
I got it.
Ooh,
Oh,
boy.
We gotta do the cubers too,
bro.
Yeah.
With the reflective sticker on the front. That's when they had those. That's when they had their reflective
Yes.
stickers on those books.
I still have them, bro.
All.
I have
all
all
my joints,
every
boy.
single
got
book,
mine.
bro.
Yep.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
I have all mine, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That
Every
first
single
appearance
one.
of Bishop, appearance of Bishop, I got all that, dog.
Yeah.
Man, that's the good old days right there. Bro.
and of course, like Age of Apocalypse was huge. Onslaught
Yes.
was huge.
Yes,
Onslaught was.
Bro.
I mean, Professor
His
X
thing.
and Magneto
in
molded
one
together,
person,
Yeah.
and then that
OP.
bled off into Heroes Reborn. It was super wild stories going on at that time, and there was, let's face it, yes, Golden Arms. There was a lot of gimmick covers. There was a lot of gimmick stories.
Yeah.
The '90s was a very, very wild west of comics. There was so many insane ideas, and it was like if you had a crazy idea, you just go do it.
Bro.
Like just if
gave
it's
up.
insane, just go do it.
There it is.
Almost every title was getting infused with that type of energy,
bro.
Yeah, Age of Apocalypse. Man, you seen Wolverine with one hand. It was like, shit, what the fuck happened to Wolverine?
Yeah. Cut out, so he basically cut out one of Scott's arms and his eyes, and because he was well capable of growing that hand back, but as a symbol to remind him, he covered it up with that, so it wouldn't grow back. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. This book, like this entire series, because this is what we got out of this was incredible.
Rogue and Magneto too. They were together.
It was Rogue and Magneto. We got like a horrible version of Kitty Pryde and definitely. Also, we got Sunspot. No, not Sunspot. We got Fire. What was it? Nah, not Firestorm.
They had the red and white one. The red and white.
Yeah, because remember his skin. He burnt his skin off, so he was permanently lit. Let me see who else did we get from this. We got Nathan Gray. So we got Nate.
We got Nate.
Yeah, X-Man came from this. Was the most powerful iteration of. Yeah, bro. It was correct. Wild Child was in this. He was a pet of Sabretooth. Creed. So it was, bro. This book.
This was a good run.
It was a good ass run, bro. It was a good run because Age of Apocalypse, bro. But it just proves you take Professor X off the board, it just fucks everything up, bro.
Yeah,
yeah. You decentralize the leadership. That's what happens.
You think how OP Onslaught would be in the movie, dog? Right now,
that is a really interesting thing you said right now. When you take Professor X out, it's almost like removing a dictator.
Yeah.
He's bad, but when you take him out, it's a power vacuum and everything just goes south. Because he's like, you need that asshole in charge to be just this one asshole.
Yeah.
As opposed to Civil War.
Yeah.
But look at this season. He's been gone. He's been with the Shi'ar for months. And look what's happening since he's been gone. Half his kids are getting killed. Genosha's trashed. Magneto's gone. Storm is gone, which is coming back. All this shit's happening at the UN, and he's off in La La Land with Shalandra. Like he don't even know, what's going on.
Her name from now on is Chalandra for sure.
It's Shalandra.
That's her name now.
That's her, Shalandra.
I can't get I leave for 5 minutes to go get some cheeks, and all hell breaks loose.
That's it.
Hey, Hunter. He. It's not that he can necessarily, but he can control he controlled it by covering it up.
Yeah.
So his arm was mentally. It was basically mutilated, but he covered it up as a memento. He wanted to keep that, remembering that he also used that arm to cut out Scott's eye.
Mm-hmm.
So. It was because in this book they hated each other because Scott was evil.
Yep.
So
Scott
was bad. He was that, which was a prelude to what we were going to actually see. But
no more Boy Scout.
No more Boy Scout, bro. Definitely no more Boy Scout.
I want to see this on screen so bad, but I know they'll
no, you don't.
I know they would mess.
I promise you, you don't,
bro.
I promise.
I know they would destroy it. They would destroy it, bro.
It,
Onslaught in the comics.
it was borderline cool, kind of in the comics that had its moments, but I guarantee you on screen it wouldn't be what you
It'll be
hope.
trash. It'll be trash. I know it'll be trash.
Yeah, definitely. And this book was interesting because you come to find out that everything that happened here between Rogue and this particular version was sort of like in her mind. It was, treacherous things that she, she was still haunted by that. You know what I mean? Definitely haunted. But again, bro, like Vinny, you said, like Lobdell and, that run was on the heels of the greatness that we actually got.
Oh yeah.
Of Claremont. You know what I mean? And it was just banger after banger after banger storytelling, this great storytelling.
Yeah.
And it just continued on. And I honestly think about like this, bro. Like it was a great 1-2 punch for the era at that time. But I'm like, yo, where have we fallen, bro?
Dude, we're in like,
and it's not to say that we haven't fallen, but there was a space where
we were in Trashville.
We were in Trashville for a while, bro.
For a while.
We were.
I think I know why, for real. I always say it, bro. There was 2 X-Men books. That's it.
Well, what are you talking about? X Factor and X-Men?
No, Uncanny X-Men and
Uncanny X-Men and the regular X-Men.
Oh,
X Factor.
And there was other teams, but there's only 2 X-Men books. And now you have God knows how many for each team. Like there's just it's too much. It's too much.
X Factor dropped after Generation X, right? It dropped after that.
Before
Strong Man and all them.
Well, X Factor was that version of X Factor, but remember the original team X Factor was
team had Strong
Guy. They had different teams, yeah.
They had all them, yeah.
So they had Strong Guy, Jamie Madrox,
Quicksilver,
Havoc, right?
Sinclair,
Havoc,
Havoc.
But the original was, or before that was, Scott Summers, Jean Grey, Havoc,
Wolfsbane,
Bobby Drake. I think Archangel at that time.
Yeah, Archangel.
Yeah.
Archangel at that time. So definitely that was the version. X Factor was their version after. It was a de facto team after. Remember, Storm became the leader of the X-Men after she beat Scott.
Yeah.
So
after Uncanny too, then.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
1/6. Back then there was jumping on points. You could jump on and kind of get it. Like I wouldn't know how somebody would just jump into the X books now.
Right.
Yeah, even because the thing is, I would wait. Here's the thing. I would say this. 1/6 collectible. I was trying to find a jumping point on the X-Men now is ridiculous. Start for anybody who wants to read. I would wait till after Krakoan era is over.
Yeah.
Start with the new runs that are going to be coming up pretty soon, because that Krakoan era, like,
that's a lot.
Woo!
Everybody coming back to life and shit every 5 minutes with the eggs.
Whoa!
It's
a lot. It's definitely a lot to go off of. So, but that's the thing. Back then, these stories were so focused. They were focused in the writing, and it was so cohesive. And it was. It wasn't. Here's the thing, bro. It wasn't a whole bunch of jargon.
Right.
It wasn't a whole bunch of jargon that you have to follow. They didn't deal with like this whole philosophical standpoint on one page.
Yeah.
It was just writing, bro. It was just like writing, action. Let's get it in. Let's go. You know what I mean? But it made sense, and you were enticed by that. That's why I say, like, yeah, bro, we won't get that anymore.
No,
like,
everything was cohesive. Everything was cohesive. Everything. Even though the stories were separate, everything was still connected, bro. Like the writing days that we had back then, they're gone for right now, man. I guess I don't know how to put it. Yeah,
you can, Charlie, you can start back in the 1960s, and that would be dope.
But that price gonna hit you.
I mean,
unless you find them online, unless you watch them online, read them online.
Read them online. Don't try to go back and find those books. Just read them online, because that'd probably be like the best way to do it. But anyway, but Jay, like let's not forget that your boy, it wasn't just about, for him, it wasn't just about, the X-Men, bro. He did your boy justice. He did some Superman books, bro, that were pretty damn decent, bro.
I know. this okay? Let me see. Is it
Oh,
not the Man of Steel run? It was Action Comics. Oh God, what was it? That's when he redid. Did he redo the Solar Suit? Was that after the Death of Superman?
that was.
After Death of Superman, I think
It
when he
was
came
after
back,
that. He was good. He was after the death of Superman where he did the solo suit.
the Solar
Also,
Suit
yeah,
and the Blue and Red. He did Blue and Red Superman, I think, right?
yeah.
The
He
animated
he was he
version.
was also on board with the new 52 too. I
Yeah,
mean, he
yeah,
did that. He
yeah.
did some things.
He did some
I
Red
like
Hood
that version of
stuff,
Superman. I don't
Yeah,
care what
Red
nobody
Hood.
say.
He did a lot of
Red
Red
Hood.
Hood stuff.
some
Mm-hmm.
Nightwing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love the
definitely.
Superman run, bro. The Superman run back in the day, that Action Comics one when he came back in that black and silver for a
Yeah,
little bit was raw.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, definitely, bro. Like I said, I mean, shout out to him, his work. And
Mm-hmm.
again, like I said, Vinny, we want to see it again. Is just will we see it again? Will we ever see? Do you? All right, let me ask you, Vin. Do you think it's room for us to see runs like this again
No,
absolutely,
sometime?
bro. I don't.
absolutely.
I don't know,
Shit,
bro.
everything is cyclical. We see it with music, we see it with TV, we
Mm-hmm.
see it with movies. We see a whole bunch of trash, and then eventually somebody comes and like drops everybody on their head and just does
Mm-hmm.
something dope. And I feel like that's absolutely possible. I just feel like there's a lot of misdirected focus with the comic books of late because there's so much pressure on them to tie in and sell movies instead of using movies
Oh,
to
I
sell
got that too.
comics.
I got
So
that
I
too.
feel like that's why I feel like there's
Mm-hmm.
some of the books that do the best have nothing necessarily to do with films, and they have more freedom to just tell great stories. I
Mm-hmm.
also like that we have stuff like the ultimate runs that are getting a lot of attention now for being creative and having some good ideas and stuff
Yeah, the
because
switching.
they're not
Mm-hmm.
trying like to make sure that it's a selling point for in between the films. Like they're just trying to tell their own stories.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will it be the golden era, the crazy '90s again?
Nah.
Nah,
No,
nah.
because we were teenagers.
Yep.
So it meant so much more to
But
us, just like whatever you're reading, watching, or listening to, if you're a teenager now, will
mm-hmm.
never be topped when you're 40. It's
Mm-hmm.
just
True.
you process it differently because we were so primed
Totally different
and
feel.
we
But
were that's when we were being molded. So as much as we feel like it's the golden era of comics, golden era of music, golden era of like movies and TV in the 80s and
mm-hmm.
90s, how 80s and 90s movies will never be touched. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure when this you know there's a generation now watching a lot of the stuff that's going on now, and when they're 40 they'll be saying there's you kids with your stupid whatever show, y'all have no idea what like Invincible or Boys or Umbrella
Smallville.
Academy or whatever it is that they are watching now. It won't
Mm-hmm.
nobody be able to touch it. You know what I mean? Because that's what they
Well,
grew up on.
I just think back then, man, the writing back then for us, um, it wasn't as uh I guess I want to say handcuffed as it is now. You know what I'm
They have
saying?
they have less masters
Yeah,
when we were
exactly,
kids too. Now
exactly,
they have to
exactly.
appease stockholders
Right,
and
right,
soccer moms and
right,
like in the
right.
'90s there wasn't like a
No,
parent
it was
being
wide
mad
open.
at a variant
Right,
cover and getting them to
right,
change everything.
right,
Like it didn't happen then because
right,
a parent wouldn't know. Like
right,
everything wasn't on social media.
right,
Everything wasn't online. You didn't have focus groups and all
right.
these different all these different things
We're in the salted
affecting how
era
you
now of comics,
like
bro.
they have so many different things that they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
communicate now
Mm-hmm.
that weren't
Mm-hmm.
a thing then. And now there's so much different attention and so
Right,
many other things too. There
right.
was only comic books, video games, TV, and movies.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
there's so much more to distract
Dissing your
everybody.
book on social media and all this other bullshit.
Yeah,
Like I said, I miss that era of comics that we grew up in because of the fact. I know I sound like I'm 80 years old, but it's the fact that that era of comics was so. They told good ass stories.
Good ass stories, bro.
The cohesiveness, the freaking writing was all. The writing was like you were talking, like everyday people talking to you. Like it was just. I
And don't
don't know how to
forget, like
explain it, bro. Like
Marvel, the comic book companies were owned by the comic book companies. Now they have
yeah,
Mhm.
parent companies.
right,
They have parent companies,
right,
so you
right.
can't like Disney has like they've admitted Disney told them don't create new mutants because everyone we create Fox gets to use for free. That wasn't a thing that they had to worry
That's
about in the
so
90s.
crazy, dog. That's so crazy, bro. Like they're handcuffed right now. These writers are handcuffed with these books now. I try to enjoy them.
They're
I still
handcuffed
love
by
reading them.
they're handcuffed literally, bro, honestly, by Marvel Studios because again,
Wow, man.
it's a lot of what you have to change to adapt to the cinematic universe sometimes. So just like what was it? They were talking about how they rushed to put out um the origins of Wolverine in the comic books because they knew eventually once the X-Men were introduced into the cinematic universe, they were going to do something like that with Wolverine. So
Yeah,
that's why they took beats
What?
from that from the film. Yeah, they rushed to do that way before that film dropped. They did.
Wow, bro. I didn't
They
know
did.
that, dog.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they did that shit,
Wow,
bro.
that's trash, right?
But
That's cherry picking.
that's how
That's
this
what,
shit works. That's
bro.
how it
Me,
works
me
for
and Vinny
them.
talked about that a couple days ago about how what's his name Snyder wanted to do a standalone Batman movie with Ben. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to do it all, and we were talking about how it would have been great, but he fucked up and cherry picked stories to put in BVS.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We won't have that. So I did the same thing with this cherry picking and make a Wolverine movie. You can't do that. Oh, like I
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
that's awful, bro. Like wow.
Definitely, but definitely shout out to Scott and his many contributions. Hopefully, like I said,
Yeah,
Vinny,
no
thanks for
doubt.
answering that because, like I said
yo,
again, I think we will eventually get back to a point where we experience that same nostalgia, and I
Yeah.
think what we're experiencing that nostalgia through right now is X-Men '97. That's
Yeah, it's just good to see it.
it's good to see that, and we're
Yeah.
experiencing that feel here, and I'm hopeful, and I hope that the MCU sees this, that Disney sees this, and they
Hmm.
respond in a good way. Respond in
Hmm.
a good way. Don't respond in a way that it's stupid. Don't do that.
right.
But
Just
any
pay attention
yeah,
to the writing that you've put into
yeah,
this TV show.
definitely do that.
Like
Do that.
you've gotta look at the way this show was written. It's written perfectly.
Hmm. Yeah,
Perfectly. So
mhm.
far, there's been no fillers. I've heard people complain
Flawless.
about the Jubilee episode.
That was no fillers. That
That
was
was no
dope.
filler either, fool.
That was
That shit
dope.
was dope.
That was perfect.
What are you
Speaking of
talking about?
which, we're gonna go
Oh,
here.
here we go.
Man,
So, if anybody had any questions about whether or not Gambit died,
Man,
the opening sequence let you know right from
yeah,
the gate.
but he's not dead yet. No, he's
No,
dead now. He's dead
he's
now.
dead. Well, he's slightly dead now, but we know
Yeah, he's dead now.
when and how he can basically return,
Oh
which
yeah,
they are going to definitely deviate from what he did in the books. But
yeah.
we know he's going to return. But this was definitely the opening of the episode, and pretty much what we saw here.
Hmm.
Um, again, the burial of Remy. We got a
Hmm.
chance to see people from the guild itself.
The guild, yeah.
Also, we got a chance to see one of my favorite characters from Alpha Flight, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, definitely a good opening scene. I loved the eulogy that
that's
was
amazing.
read. The
Man,
eulogy was
that was awesome.
simply amazing.
That was awesome.
It was, bro. So let's talk about writing.
It
Like,
felt like being at at somebody
bro,
you know's funeral, bro. That's
like
how it
let's
felt, dog.
it did. And let's talk about writing because again, for those who forget that Kurt Wagner, Kurt Wagner, as we would call him,
He's an actual
that
pastor,
that
clergy.
he lives directly by his faith and he
Hmm.
stands by it. And it was the perfect example to the perfect way to introduce or to bring that back into the fray and to
Hmm.
have him read the eulogy. And what he said about Gambit was
Awesome.
phenomenal. It
Spot
was
on too.
phenomenal.
Spot on, bro.
It was so fucking phenomenal.
Mm-mm.
So the way it was read, was good. You know, also seeing like, you know, everybody in the fray, Jubilee responding the way she did, you know, was, you know, special as well. Again, wanting to know where Rogue was because she felt as though she should have been there. Wolverine explained to her that she has to grieve on her own.
Yeah.
You know, Kurt sliding in and said, "Look, she was afraid. You know, she, you know, Jubilee has a right to be afraid based on what he's seen."
Wolverine's line was dope. Grief is
Yeah.
a war we all fight alone.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
It is. It is.
Nice.
And
little joint that was looking like Rogue, but it wasn't Rogue.
What you say?
They had the Evolution Rogue out there.
Oh, she was from Alpha
No,
Flight,
did you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody did a double take. Like,
yeah, she's a character from Alpha Flight. Yeah. So, as soon as I saw the hair, I was like, "Oh, are they really doing this?"
Can you give me a first appearance information? If you can put that in the chat for me, thank you.
I got you. I got you. Definitely. But you know what I love about this show right off the bat?
They weren't making jokes at the funeral?
Well, not only that, bro, but Wolverine isn't at the forefront of anything in this show, bro.
Nah, he's definitely.
He's not.
When Wolverine's on screen, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, Wolverine's on this."
Yeah,
that man is Kramer this season. He is Kramer. He like, hey.
He just dip in and out. He just dip in and out.
That's
instead of Wolverine and the X-Men, it's X-Men and sometimes Wolverine.
Dude.
Well, yeah, bro. That's because Bo
on a back burner all day. Bo don't like that boy.
Well, it's so Bo made it a point, like he did say basically that he wanted to make, because he wanted the characters true to form, and he wanted the characters to stand out the way they should have. You know what I mean? Like, case in point, you see here the right size for Wolverine. He's not as tall as Scott. He's not as tall as, you know, Jean Grey. You know what I mean? Like it's the perfect way to basically see it the way it's done. But I love that sequence. And then
at least 2 inches, bro.
What'd you say?
I should have given him at least 2 inches.
Nah, bro. It's perfect the way he is.
At least 5'9".
Nah, he's perfect the way he is, bro.
I know he's 5'5".
no pity, bro. That's
perfect the way he is,
bro. Wild statement.
5'9".
I look down and then I look up, and we talking about giving another grown man 2 inches.
No Diddy. Give him 2 inches.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Damn.
Listen.
This is wild. I'm sorry. That's just wild.
Listen. I'm complaining. I'm complaining.
You know, in this post Diddy world, man, we gotta do better.
Yeah.
We gotta do better.
We're not saying pause no more. I keep forgetting about
Yeah,
that.
no, that got deleted.
I'm forgetting about
Bro,
that. Oh, pause is gone.
I don't even think that's on Urban Dictionary anymore.
Pause is gone now.
Yeah.
We're gonna be no Diddy, no Jay-Z, no Jay-Z, no R. Kelly soon. No Kelly. No Jay-Z.
Yo, Boomer is unfucking filtered, bro. I swear to God.
Dude. Unbelievable.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Unbelievable.
Yo, well said.
Wow.
Anyway, we know, and when you know that there is hell. Yo,
Man,
no fury like a woman scorned, bro.
Wow.
And bro, she went fucking beast mode.
Yo, the way she was throwing them tanks around, like she was like they were like paperweights.
Bro, she was banking tanks. Yeah, they did that, and they did the Capcom game, bro.
They were doing some
Yeah, the kick. That kick. I posted it.
Yeah.
I posted it.
Bro, they went all in on this.
I love that part with Thunderbolt Ross was like, we built this for a hope. She ain't getting in there. She came up in that motherfucker. What's up?
It yoked him up too, bro.
She said,
My dad always said it's easier to break into a prison than break out.
Yeah, bro. Yo, her line when he was like, "Yo, I thought you were one of the good ones."
I was.
She was like, "What did she say? Something about you
killed
took
all
those
those.
out of you killed all of
you
those,
killed
and
all
now you
those.
got me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? Like, this is technically, and I'm saying this with the best interest in mind. This is the best reflection of a Captain Marvel. I say that because she does have a
She
level
has
of
her
her power
powers.
set.
Right. She has her
So it's a reflection of that character and how powerful she really, really, really is. But bro, she went fucking ham
You know,
here.
like when you see these scenes on these cartoons, right? Like especially with this
Yeah.
part in the road, and you think about the Fox iteration of X-Men in the movies. It's like, yo, a lot of these characters were like super nerfed, bro. Like it's ridiculous to think about it now. Like,
mega level nerfed.
Yeah.
bro, a
Yeah.
mega level nerf, bro. Like you see her
Yeah.
going, she tore through a military facility like it was paper.
Like it was nothing.
This,
Like it was
bro,
nothing.
It's,
Like
flawless,
it's
went
flawless,
in is just start fucking shit up like it was nothing, bro.
dude.
Like it was absolutely nothing. And it was nothing for her to basically do it.
You gotta show the next clip. You gotta go to the next clip, please. I gotta
it's
see
yet
it.
another reminder that a lot of the issues Marvel Studios has had over the years trying to like get that woman demographic. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for one of the problems they had is their best, most popular ones.
Two of their
We're
best
stuck.
women.
We're
They
stuck in
nerfed her
Fox.
down. Right.
We're stuck in Fox.
Two of their best women, Storm and Rogue. And not even counting
Storm,
Jean.
Jean,
Not even
Rogue,
counting
Sue
Jean.
Storm, all were stuck in Fox and they
Dude.
couldn't use them.
Dude, and you get him on film and you nerf them completely to down to their bone gristle, like super nerf. And you see him on cartoons of how they're really supposed to be, and you're mesmerized, bro. Like they got nerfed down to the chicken gristle.
That's the worst type of nerf, down to the bone gristle.
Bone
You said
bristle, bro.
bone
I hate
bristle,
when that happens.
Super nerf.
bro. You would.
Listen, bro. I'm just
Yo,
telling the
Jay is
truth.
on fire today.
I'm just telling. I'm just.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm like, mirror?
Bro, Jay.
Down to the
Bone gristle.
I guess
Hashtag bone gristle, y'all.
I'm just telling the
Oh,
truth.
Hashtag bone gristle, bro.
I'm just telling the truth.
Yo, hashtag bone
nerf
know
to
what
the
it is.
bone gristle. It's bone gristle
Nerf
or
to the
nothing.
bone gristle, bro.
down to
Bristle
the
or nothing.
bone gristle, bro.
Hey, man. I think everybody's highlight was when Rogue said, "Oh, so your hands are tied? You won't be needing this." Yay!
Bro,
And
I can't
made
wait to
that
see it.
motherfucker go.
Bro,
He
I
had to go
hope you
walk
got
down
me
about 12 to 15 blocks to go get his ball.
Bro, she threw
Because that shit got tossed all the way over there.
Mountain. She threw it into a mountain.
She
bro.
threw that shit on the roof like Breaking
Nah,
Bad with
bro,
the pizza.
That's
Like,
like about 50,
Bro,
50 miles away.
I'm saying, like, somewhere
Yo.
hella inaccessible, bro. That's
the
really what it is.
disrespect that she was giving Captain America was unbelievable,
Bro. And you know what was funny is the look he gave her after she did it was like, oh really?
Oh, really? yeah.
Like you really did that? Like, come on now.
But
for
it was
real?
the disrespect that the United States
Like,
government
I
was
was
giving to these people. Like, it's,
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
my hands are tied, son. You saw that whole conversation with Cyclops. My hands are tied. Oh, doesn't look good fucking with y'all right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever.
in the ice too. So he's like, here we go again.
Right, digging in the ice.
Right.
Digging in the ice.
We get a chance. Also, we got a chance to see in animation version that the
her
first
diamond.
time that she used the diamond form, you know, as a
Fire.
secondary mutation, and I love that. I love that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And it was a bit sad to basically see even Scott cry after that because again he was hoping that Madeline Pryor was still alive.
But bro,
Yeah.
she could come back, bro. She's
But
a
it's
clone
but
of
it's
Jean.
Emma. But it's Emma, so Scott will be all right. Wink, wink.
Yep.
Oh, later he will be.
You already know.
Later.
It's Emma, bro. It's Emma
Emma.
Frost. So you already know.
Oh,
Again, he has a thing. He has a type. So
Right,
we
right.
already know that again. He's gonna be.
Hey, listen, you saw that boy crying when they pulled her out the rubble, right? You
Yo,
you
bro.
saw him crying. He a player. It's hey.
But
said-
you know,
he
you
said-
know what was funny? You know,
He
what's
said
funny?
diamonds are forever.
Right. You know what was funny in this episode when Jean was like, and it's just Scott's face when Jean was like, well, you know what? I kind of always wanted to have a sister, and I started thinking about her like a sister, blah blah blah. And Scott's face was like, really?
when he was talking about Storm. She was talking about Storm.
No. She was talking about Madeline. She was talking about Madeline Pryor being dead.
Yeah, but remember, she was talking about she always associated, Storm as her sister as well.
I gotta rewatch. I thought I could have sworn she was talking about Madeline, and then like Scott Face was like, "Oh, really? So maybe both of you can be here."
Bro, like, this episode, I mean, it gave an okay, Jay. Okay,
I know. I'm
okay,
terrible.
I'll give you.
What did I tell you?
We tried to tell Jason that it was Bastion, and he wouldn't listen.
No. No. I'm getting my props today. I said it 3 episodes ago. I said it, but nobody was hearing me.
Jay woke up like, I told y'all it was Bastion Day.
So fucked up. He was shaving that man. That man couldn't do nothing but just stare at him.
Bastion is so diabolical, dude.
Bro, that type of ass whooping that you like, it's gonna be generational when you get your ass whooped.
Yeah,
you doing that shit, it's gonna be generational.
Bro, you sitting up there like literally
playing one-eyed purple people eater.
Motherfucker treating him like he had sports clips.
Yeah,
or super cuts.
Yeah,
and it was the first time we got a chance to see again. Again, when we were they were talking about OZT.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we knew what it was. Yeah. Project Zero Tolerance. But again, they just named it OZT. We also got a chance to see a Prime Sentinel. And we got a chance to see Rogue's ruthlessness when she was like, yeah. He said, I got nothing. She said, what did he say? I got nothing. She said, yeah, me neither.
Me neither, sugar. What,
bro?
So the funniest shit about that is the whole X-Men team sat there and watched my man get thrown off the roof.
Right.
One can teleport. One has telekinesis.
Right.
Like, half the team could have stopped her.
And Morph could turn
or saved him.
Flies.
Yeah, Morph could have flew down and got him. Right. They were like, damn.
Wolverine was like, but we all wanted to do it.
He said she only did what we all wanted to do, what we were all thinking.
Did you see that little Civil War?
They were like, I ain't see shit.
Feeling from Morph, because he was like, yo, this is who we are now. Like,
this is what we doing.
That's what we doing now.
Thank you for the $9.99 super chat, bro. You rock, bro. Appreciate you for that super chat, man. Definitely appreciate it. Wow, creepy as fuck. Yeah, man. It was just definitely it was crazy. The episode just again, it just hit on all cylinders, bro. And the thing is, it's like they are not taking their foot off the gas, bro.
No.
They're definitely not. They are definitely not. And I love the utilization of Morph. How they're using him to give us characters that we're not going to basically see. Right. Yeah. So we got a chance to see Quicksilver in his power set.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I love that utilization. It really,
He's still slower than Flash. He's still slower than Flash. I'm sorry.
Every time they said OZT, I thought about Ozempic. Right? Definitely, man. But I mean, again, this
losing weight one way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So okay, so we see that, now this version of Bastion hasn't evolved into the version that we know yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's just the mind behind everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So do you think in OZT is there, but do you think that the president is going to allow them? They're going to get to the point where the president definitely allows them to have open access to like the government resources at that point, the military resources.
I think Kelly knows something now, bro. He's not telling Scott. He's like mad apprehensive when he was talking to him. So I don't know, bro.
Bro, he's the one in the books who signs off on that shit. The zeros,
in the books, yeah. But I'm talking about like what they're doing for the show. Maybe they making him a little apprehensive about it at first, because that's what it seems like. We all know from the books, but it's just like I don't know. And this version of Bastion, he hasn't merged with Nimrod yet, but he is from the future, right? How they have him from the future in this one?
Well, they haven't really explained it yet, but he did. Like, we are seeing an amalgamation of both Nimrod,
Nimrod,
and Master Mode.
Master Mode, yeah.
Yeah, because that's basically how he was created. Because in the books, he was created that way, but he was raised by a woman. Because he still was, had the mind of a child at that point when he was, still discovering everything. So, there is a stint of humanity in him, but yeah, once he reaches that level of power, it goes nuts.
It's over, yeah.
Yep. He has the techno forming. We're just not sure how many of the other powers he has.
Yeah. Because remember,
it's crazy, bro.
So you think we'll see like the techno formers then? The techno.
Consult your doctor.
Consult your
physician and see if OZT is right for you.
Because we do also know that he has the way. Well, I don't know if they're going to utilize it in this way, because remember in the books when we had the whole Hope, what was it called? They called it like the Hope Summers run, when he was trying to basically protect her.
Yeah.
And everywhere he went, Bastion was able to find him because he detected him through the techno-organic virus that he has, because he has control over the techno-organic. So I don't think they're going to do that. They're not going to have that run in here. But yeah. Lumi said, is Leech dead? Well, could be. Maybe Leech was the one who saved Magneto's life.
Yeah.
At that point, and sacrificed himself. So it is, I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But shit.
Well, my question at the party,
I think they were framed the mutants for something. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden Arms, most definitely that's going to happen. That's going to go down.
But like Magneto saw him at the party, bro. I don't understand why he didn't try to say something to him. Like,
but did Magneto see him? Well, so here's the thing. Remember what he said. Even when he was like, it was all part of his plan. So how do we know they aren't programming Magneto, bro?
Damn, dog. If that's the case, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't know yet. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think something's going to happen that's just going to put us flat on our asses when it comes to Magneto, bro.
Between Sinister and Bastion, bro, it's like these two dudes. But it's like, it just, I don't know. It's like, it bothers me that Magneto saw him. I think he saw him at the party. And maybe, like you said, maybe he's controlling him somehow.
Don't know.
Where he didn't say nothing to him. He didn't put him on blast.
Yeah. We don't. That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Mama Luigi. So in the books, it's never mentioned that Leech is Omega level. What'd you say? What'd you say, Jay? Last thing I heard him say was "must be." That means his computer froze.
Must be.
Must be. There you go. I think he moved again. Jay, you hear us? You hear us, Jay? He froze. Yeah. So yeah, it's not really confirmed if he's Omega level.
No. I was listening.
You listening? Okay.
Hell no, Negro, you about stiff as a motherfucking Frankenstein on my screen. The hell, where'd you go? You went to 2025? Oh yeah, he gone.
Yeah, Manchurian Candidate. Exactly, bro. It could be one of those situations, Christopher. What's up, man? He was like, I'm just listening, and he dipped out, bro.
He got narcolepsy.
It just dipped.
I was listening. I was just resting my eyes.
Bro. Fuck. Jay, love you, bro. Love you. But nah, man, like I said, this is definitely hitting on all cylinders. I can't wait for Wednesday. We still got like how many episodes left, bro?
I think 3 more.
3
more leading into next month.
So Wednesday is one. The next
Tomorrow posted a episode guide for the X-Men, the old show X-Men episodes to watch to get ready for
what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did put up like you must watch these episodes. It's good to go back and watch them to kind of get familiar. So yeah, I definitely want to do that just to kind of because the thing is you forget sort of what happened in those episodes, but then it starts coming back. So yes, it's definitely important. Damn. So 3 more episodes, and this Wednesday is also the last episode of the Bad Batch, final episode.
So he's recommending you watch season 1, episode 13, Final Decision, season 4, episodes 3 and 4, Sanctuary, season 4, episodes 9 and 10, One Man's Worth, part 1 and 2, and season 5, episode 9, Descent.
Okay. All right. So that order, because he must be constructing something, bro.
Yeah.
He definitely
those
must.
Who missed it, you just check the Miles Twitter or whatever.
Yeah,
it's up there.
He must be constructing something. So I wonder. So do you think, bro, him being allowed to really talk and have these conversations about it, he's been highly influenced. Hasn't said anything negative yet about anything.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna ease his ass back in the fold, bro?
It's really weird because it's like I don't know, any other situation where something like this has happened, you knew what the person did. So how can you really? I don't know. Like it's kind of tough to be like, oh, he's fired. Actually, you know what? He's back, and then never say why he was gone in the first place. And he must have an NDA because he hasn't said shit. All he said was he put out a statement, but it was basically just like talking about his love for the X-Men animated OG series, and didn't really touch on the actual firing at all. So something happened that he's not allowed to talk about because he seems the type that he would just tell you if he was allowed to. But I could be wrong. I have no idea. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to bring him back. It's very odd the outcry about not bringing him back. The most annoying thing that I've seen about not bringing him back is he was also fired from Richard, so he must have like a pattern of history of doing this. But like he was fired from Witcher and the show went to shit, so it's obvious like that's a bad example of why you don't like. We're saying, oh, we don't want him to go because we don't want the show to go to shit, and you're like, yeah, but he was fired from Witcher too, so he must. But yeah, Witcher went to shit after he left. And what did he say when he left? He said he blew the whistle on the Netflix writing room, just like Henry Cavill said, was clowning and shit talking the source material in the books, and he was adamant about using the source material and an advocate for fighting for the stuff that was in the books. And then they got rid of his ass, and the show, you see what happened. Season two was trash in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was.
So to me, I don't want the same thing to happen to X-Men 97. Now I probably won't next year because he already wrote that.
He wrote that when he already done.
You see how far up their asses some of these writer rooms get, where they think they're bigger and better than the material that's been around longer than their whole fucking lives.
But they want to think they've been in the source material. That's what kills me.
Because think about it, like
it's hubris.
We're not all here for the book you wrote. We're here to adapt the book that's already written to the screen and hear y'all talking shit over how bad that sucks. All right, if you're so great, go write your book, your IP, create your IP, and make a show out of it. Right. You're adapting somebody else's shit and have no respect for it. Why do you want that job?
I hate that, bro.
Yeah. And here's the thing, because it's crazy. Like, he was talking about how passionate he is as a fan. And the one thing that he didn't want to do was put the creatives before the story. He wanted to basically pay homage. So that just tells you that he went strictly off of the source material. Right, he wanted to get himself involved in the source material because he's a fan. You know what I mean? And how he's been able to mold things together. And shout out to Evangelium. Or I'm sorry, not Evangelium, but Mama Lucci for giving us, because yes, the next it's a 3-parter. It is the 3 parts tolerance of extinction. Now, extinction. Now, the reason why I say that though, check it out, because that's the name. They're fusing two things together: zero tolerance and then E for extinction. You know what I mean? So, bro, E for extinction, Cassandra Nova. I'm just saying.
Come on, stop.
I'm a die on that hill, bro. I'm a die on that hill, Cassandra
You
Nova,
ride-
bro.
You ride for Cassandra, bro.
Cassandra Nova. I'm gonna ride for that, bro.
But see, I like the fact that the way he uses the source material, he might change a little bit, but he used like 80% of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might change a little bit here and there, a little tweak. He said he's like 90% of the story.
It's good usage. It's good use of what you can do within a span of 25 to 30 minutes.
25 to 30 minutes, exactly.
Good use of what you can do of 25 to 30 minutes. He is executing, showing you how it works. Easy. Mm-hmm. It doesn't take a lot. So all you lackluster motherfucking shows, like literally, think about this. Like
stop
you
being
can
afraid
tell the
of the
story,
fucking
bro.
Source material.
Yeah, bro. Stop. Don't do that. Those two Hano figures. Yeah, you already know. You already know. You already know. Listen, can't wait for Wednesday can't come soon enough. We got one last episode of the Bad Batch, and we got the next episode, which is a 3-parter with this. So I'm definitely excited about that. Ran out of time. I wanted to actually talk about, the book, The Pick of the Week, but we'll talk about that next week. I'm on with a couple of others. Just go out and basically support your brick and mortar. We got a lot going on. Vinny, what you got going on, man? We already know what you got going on this week and what you preparing for, bro.
Yep, Philly Fan Expo. So if you're in Philadelphia area, come check me out.
Come buy some art for this boy.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'll be at AP 031, and come find me there. Just hit me up on my socials, and if you have trouble finding me, if you can't make it to the show, feel free to check out my site. Everything I got at the show, pretty much there. I probably will leave the Wolverine suit at home so I can. but there's always a chance during the break. Maybe I'll throw on a beater. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the show goes. I don't think it's that kind of show, but we'll see. But yeah, man, I'll be drawing and networking and meeting fans and talking shop all weekend. I'm very excited for it. It's right up the road in Philly, so I'm hyped for that. I'll be busting my ass all week to get ready for that. And more art coming this week. I have a few more pieces that I will be. Oh, definitely brown and yellow. Yeah, definitely brown and yellow. OG, brown and yellow.
OG.
Yeah, man.
Vinny, I love your work, Bob.
That's the reason what I do.
Very nice.
Oh man, not very nice at all. All right, man. That's what I got coming up. Of course, we'll be talking, X-Men next Monday on Come Talk with Friends, and we'll see what else we can dig into. I'll probably have some pics from the con and some stories from the con because there's always craziness and all kinds of shit going to be going down in Philly next weekend.
Yeah.
So, with this.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate it, man. Always good to be here.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Appreciate having you here. If again, remember Instagram, Vincent Dunn Art, link to his store is on the page. Definitely make sure you head on over there. Don't listen to Jason. I do send stuff out on time. It might take me a couple.
Why are you on here telling that lie, bro? If it wasn't for the Queen Toya, I would not have my picture, bro. Like, come on, dog. Toya, you hear this shit? They go ahead lying, bro. Listen, don't have Vinny send nothing to Lyle. You'll get that shit 2-3 years later. Trust me.
My bad, man. My bad. Look,
bro.
bro.
My bad stuff. Come on, dog.
You got it though, right? You enjoy it, right? You love it, right?
2.5 years later. Unbelievable, bro.
But you got it and you love it, right?
I do. Vinny shit is a bomb. Trust.
Thank you.
Artwork is crazy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toya.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yo.
Thank Thank you, Toya. See, Big Sis got me. I'm not even worried about you right now. Bro. Big Sis got me.
Oh man.
2 years. 2 years, bro.
Look. Anyway,
Don't get quiet now. Don't get quiet now.
Jason, what you got going on, bro? What you got coming up, man?
This weekend I'm trying to figure out. I got Ray Park's gonna be at a little one of my boys' comic book shop this weekend. But then my baby girl want to go to freaking Jurassic Park, so I'm trying to like do both. So I'm trying to figure out this weekend because I'm going out for my little girl's birthday all month. I'm celebrating all month.
Word.
That's what's
So
up.
that's it. That's it for me, man. It's a pleasure being here with you guys, man. Y'all boys is crazy. Y'all gotta come down here and barbecue or something before the year is out.
I ain't cooking no alligators, bro.
Nah, well, hold up now.
Bro,
Alligator meat is good. Don't front.
I've never had alligator meat, bro.
Oh, you tripping, dog. If you like fried chicken, you'll like alligator meat. Trust and believe.
You had alligator meat, bro?
Hell yeah.
Maybe some steaks.
I ain't never had no alligator meat,
Alligator,
man.
I don't know about that.
Don't
money.
front.
Mama Luigi said alligator is pretty good.
It is good. That's a good.
Yeah, the closest I ever been to an alligator was the animatronic one in Rainforest Cafe. That's about all I need.
The one that's fried on your plate is bananas. Trust.
You said, yo, Christopher said alligator is bomb. I had that in New Orleans.
No doubt.
Damn, bro.
It's good as hell. They fry it. That's like they season it. It's like chicken, bro.
That's all them southern delicacies that just fuck me up. The goddamn chitlins.
Bro, I'm from Jersey.
All that shit. Nope. Stay
I'm
away.
from Jersey. The first time I had alligator, I was at a
I said southern delicacies
there
though.
you go.
Damn, it's a
come
whole
on now.
bunch of motherfuckers out here who had
It
alligator
ain't from the north.
You too, Evangeline? You had it too, bro?
It's good,
Damn.
dog. It's good. The first time I tried it, I was in Seattle.
He said he miss it, man. He a monster.
Yeah, it's good, bro.
Nah,
Damn.
come on.
She was more.
How is there this
available.
many people who's had fucking
Damn.
gator meat before?
Look at Dr. Nick. He said gator is that shit, though.
Gator don't play.
Thanks,
Gator
Doc.
don't play. Never been about no. Y'all
No
ballin'.
one
This
of them
many people have
motherfuckers
had
is
gator
always,
before?
bro.
Gator is good, dog.
No one of them motherfuckers is always mad, bro. Alligator is fire.
Why
Damn,
they
bro.
got this swamp people catching motherfuckers. They ain't
Damn.
catching them for fun. They selling the meat. They catch them and sell the damn meat. They make good money.
They
off
got
it.
gators in LA?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
but
that
later,
certain
you think-
restaurants you might be able to get it, but I don't.
The meat get out there.
We ain't got gators. No.
Whoever made you gator made it
Not
wrong.
at all.
Whoever made you gator made it wrong, bro. Trust.
Horse
like
meat
gator.
and moose meat is good. What?
I mean, I've had Gatorade.
I ain't never had no damn moose. No,
all right,
meat I
moose
had.
knuckle.
Moose is good. Deer is good too. Venison.
Pause.
is good.
Super pause. Hold on now.
What? What, moose meat, bro?
Nah, he said moose knuckle.
He said moose knuckles.
Oh god. I don't know, damn moose knuckle.
But damn girl.
Nah, that's camel toe,
That's
bro.
That
camel
little
Moose
extra,
knuckle's the
little
other way,
extra
bro.
fabric.
Nah, moose
That's camel toe.
knuckle. Moose knuckle
I
ain't
know
no girl,
moose
bro.
knuckle. No.
Ooh.
No.
Say we from different regions.
Got him.
Yeah,
Y'all was
nah.
getting on my
That's
ass
different
last
reasons.
week. Get him, bro. Get him.
Nah, man.
Get
Hey,
him. Hold up.
that is a
Everybody
translation issue.
get Boomer. Get him.
Translation.
Get him. Nope.
Hold
Nah,
on.
That's
get
a
him, bro.
translation
Hold on.
issue.
Get him.
No,
Pause.
no,
No Diddy. Get him.
Moose
Get him.
knuckle salmon.
Hey, I
Moose
use
knuckle
it
sandwich.
Moose knuckle is
changeably.
something else, bro.
Oh,
Yo,
y'all should have let me
Get
know.
him.
That's not in y'all
God.
vernacular.
Bull-
Uncle Keith.
Wow.
Uncle Keith was like, hey now.
Yeah.
Collect the ball. Look at collect the ball.
Oh,
Get
I'm awake
Get him.
now.
What
I
an
was tired.
eggplant.
Holy shit.
Yo.
The mooly.
Yo,
What the boomer
Bust
do
out the
next?
eggplants.
Oh,
P. Diddy has
man.
What
answered in
didn't I
chat.
do? Oh,
P. Diddy in the chat.
what don't I do?
Yo.
Oh,
Damn, bro.
Hey, that's a regional thing. I'm innocent,
Diddy.
bro. I will take y'all to court. I'm innocent
No
as
Diddy.
fuck.
No Diddy.
Nope.
No Jay-Z. No
Look
R.
at look at
I'm
Calvin.
talking about female
Calvin
anatomy.
getting Calvin getting
Female
bro.
anatomy. Got me fucked up.
All right,
Not
so
no
in
moose
your
knuckle.
in your region though, then what's camel toe then?
We use them interchangeably. Moose
Oh.
knuckle.
Ain't no interchangeable,
We
no.
never
Moose-
even
No.
said anything about
No,
our shit. You know what I mean? Like moose, camel,
camel toe.
And
Shit's
it's in my ass.
it's just fat.
Yeah, bro. Moose knuckle
I
has a totally
never
different
seen
terminology.
moose knuckle
Yo,
being used
Vinny was like,
for
"Woo,
male
balls."
anatomy. That is new.
I'm out.
That is new to me.
Flag
Today,
on play.
I am today years old.
Bro. You know, Bloomer's gonna Google this shit like, holy shit. What am
Hey,
I
I'm understanding now. I'm understanding now.
It's
So
all right.
I know what I
It's
can
all
and
right.
can't do.
It's all right. It's all
It's,
right.
it's,
You know?
Give that man a chance. He misunderstood. Give him a chance.
Nope, because he didn't give me a chance last week. Get him. Get
No, man, that's crazy. Yeah, this is like
Wow.
guilty before proven guilty, before proven innocent, man. Like, damn.
if we trying to get rid of the log, that's what we talk. Never mind.
Trying to get off. The
Yo.
law. No Diddy.
Finna make me some
No
smothered
Diddy.
moose knuckles in the crock pot.
Cornelius, hey, you log off before we do, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, beat us there. I'll see you offline.
Yo.
It blends well with gator meat.
Get him.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
No,
No, it don't.
no,
Don't bring that. Don't moose up that mouth. No. Camel toe all day. I think camel toe
Yo.
is good to me.
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Y'all motherfuckers. I love y'all, bro.
No, I would have did.
Yeah,
I would have
something
said, sir. I you know,
Look at
y'all. All right.
yo.
No,
I'm in pain, bro.
y'all funny as
Oh,
hell though. You
shit.
got me.
Fucking
Got me.
gator knuckles. Oh my god.
man.
Gator knuckles, man.
Oh god, boy.
Yo. Yo, as soon as you said that, then he was like, whoa, pause, bro.
Wow.
I'm like, why am I being paused? I'm like, do you mean to just stop the statement? Told you we deleted that.
No moose knuckles.
Not even on Urban Dictionary no more. And he's gonna
Camel toe.
pull it out. That's crazy. That's
Camel
wild.
toe is
Anyway.
in the top of the seas.
I went to default settings on that shit. Damn.
Yo, the default said he said he was in the
Back to factory.
back. Control Alt Delete, bro.
Yeah.
Reset.
Oh man.
Oh.
Leo, don't you
Wild
come up
shit.
here talking
Y'all
about
are
some damn
comedy.
moose knuckles. Let me
He
hurry
better
up and
not.
go to bed.
He better not. He better not.
No,
Some
man.
damn moose knuckles.
Wow. the Calvin over there fucking. Hey, yo, Calvin, get him in the chat. Get him in the chat. Cal,
he
get
ain't-
him in
he
the
gonna-
chat.
He gonna get me this weekend at CaliCon. He gonna be like, bro, what the fuck did you say on Monday? What the fuck were you thinking?
Cal, get him. Cal, get him, bro.
It's like, bro,
Oh.
chill out.
Oh,
He's like, bruh.
damn, bro.
They gonna come after you
Y'all
on Big
funny.
Flex Friday, boy. They gonna come after you.
Bro.
Oh, yeah. I hope I
That's
make
a
it the
wrap.
next Monday.
It's a wrap. They coming for you.
Bro.
Guess I ain't making it to Rush Hour 3 then. Damn.
Wow. Anyway,
It's been a long
Boomer,
night.
let the peoples know what you got going on, bro.
Yes, of course. I've got a 6 scale collabs. Another edition of 6 scale collabs is coming to you guys in a couple of, I think in another week or so. So a couple of my friends were getting together. We are recreating some either some stills for movies or actual comic book covers. So stay on the look for that. That's going to be really good. What else? Of course, you know, the rotation Monday here with my brothers here on this panel, comic book talk with friends. Make sure you guys read up. One little kind of tangent is I'm all the way up to issue 35 of Invincible. I've been eating that like your mama's good pork sandwich that she made when you was a little kid. Cause bro, I just going crazy. Like
It's good.
Like,
It's good reading, bro.
So what about
reading?
About Nissa?
it ain't got there yet.
He ain't get there
Bro,
yet.
He wouldn't got there yet.
Dang.
He's not there yet.
The
You
show
gotta
brought
let
her
that.
up so early, bro. The show brought her early.
The show is accurate, but it just flips sequences. It just flips the timetables.
So it's the show introduced her now, but it's gonna pay off later.
Yeah, it'll flip.
So don't expect to see that. Now, here's the thing though, but I do say that because we say don't expect to see it next season, but I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Like literally. So
maybe next season though, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a minute. So, but it's
because there's so much between now and then, especially with you didn't even get the conquest yet, did you? No, he didn't.
Nah,
he wouldn't have. He didn't get to that yet. So
30.
Yeah, you definitely didn't. Bloom, just be prepared, bro. Be prepared.
Ain't nothing even prepare you for that shit.
Nah,
be prepared.
I'm loving what I'm reading right now, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So I'm kind of trying to slow down so I can just get ready to buy the next compendium, so I can just keep moving on. So I'm really loving it, man. It's been so fun. Yeah,
wait till
it literally does get better and better.
It keeps getting better and better, and the thing is, as it gets better and better, it gets worse for Mark.
Right. It gets bad.
As it gets better and as the progression continues, Mark's story is so literally, he is the definition of a tragic superhero, bro.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
He's the definition of a tragic superhero because of everything he has to go through, sacrifices that have to be made, things that he sees. Yeah. It's definitely,
and that's why it's the dope play. That's why it's the dope play on the title. Invisible is an allegory because he's invisible because he keeps his spirit through all the shit he got to go
through. Everything he's been through, bro. Mark
he definitely goes through some shit, bro. But it's a dope read, bro. Continue to read it. But anyway, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for being here. As always, got some good things cooking up this week. Again, we got today, we got Say What Wednesday, Figure Flex Friday, of course, Collectors Lounge International was full rotation. We'll be around. So again, thank you guys for being here. Next week, we got a lot to talk about. Some more things we'll be talking about. Thank you, Uncle Keith, for coming through as always. Everybody out there who's basically stuck with us all night. Calvin, get him in the chat. But yeah, man, thank you guys for being here. It's another good one. Until next week, we are out. We'll see y'all. Check y'all out, man. Peace, love. Moose Knuckles. Knuckles. Moose Knuckles.
All I heard was Moose Knuckles.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. It just
look at Blue. No.
Sorry, y'all. They still be ignorant.
Bro,
they still be ignorant. We ain't out of here yet.
That was hilarious.
I couldn't help it. I had it.
That was